And we are live.
Let's
There we go.
go.
Let's go. Uh, welcome to welcome back to the Big Guilty Cigar Podcast. As you see, my background is not going right now. So next to me, I have my hat press and my storage closet. So looking kind of crazy right now, but it is what it is. Right now, I have my guy Frank with me. You know, he's now a Tiger. We used to be Bulls. We used
And
to be
used to
South
be a
Florida.
pirate before that.
Yeah, yeah.
East Carolina.
East Carolina Pirates. Now we're Tigers.
That's right.
Now we are Auburn Tigers. So since we're here, let me pull up this schedule real quick and see where Auburn is starting off. Cause I have Auburn winning 9 games this year.
Yeah, I didn't pick them. I don't know because I know the division, but I
Yeah.
don't know it from like now, like being involved and seeing what they're like because that's a big difference,
Mm-hmm. Well,
you know.
it's
And
it's it's a new world.
yeah,
You know,
you
it,
know
it
what
is.
it is? It's like when they're at USF, they played two of them in one season. Here,
You
you
know,
got that every game. It's like you
every game.
need the backup. You know what I mean? Like you need some depth
So,
now because every game is that way.
with Baby Cam, you know, with Baby Cam, I think Baby Cam's a winner. Think the kid's a winner.
The
And
thing that bothers me is when people go, look at the way he throws, look what's happening, doing it. Dude, he beat Florida in Florida. I don't
exactly.
care. It was Florida in Florida at USF. And they lost by what, 7 points to Alabama at
Yeah,
home.
exactly.
I mean, so listen, he played the competition. He had over 100 yards rushing in both games.
Mm-hmm. Listen, the kid is a talent. To me, like he should be like, people don't like his throwing motion, but like all around the kid is just a baller.
He's a winner. He wins. He knows how to play. He's a smart kid.
Mm-hmm. Like, I really like. So you're starting off at Baylor. From Baylor, you go to Southern Miss. Then you got Florida, Vandy. Well, so Florida comes to you, Vandy comes to you, LSU comes to you. Wow, that's 3 straight home games. No, no, sorry. Hold up. Nope. They messed up on my schedule here. Those are all your home games.
Let me see here.
Okay, so here we go. Uh, here's ESPN. These are for
Yeah, so they're home Baylor. They're playing in Mercedes-Benz Stadium out in Atlanta.
wow. Mm.
But they were pretty smart though by giving up a home game. It's still a home game for them, but it's not a home game because it's not home. They're getting NIL money like 3 million or 4 million.
Wow. Which is great. So all I'm getting, I don't know why they're giving me like StubHub and stuff like that when I'm asking for the
Yeah,
schedule.
I got the schedule here.
All right, what do you got, Frank?
We got September 5th, Baylor.
Okay,
The 12th, home Southern Miss.
okay,
The 19th, home Auburn, Florida.
okay,
The 26th, home Vanderbilt.
okay.
The 3rd, goalless goes back to Tennessee.
Mm,
The 17th of October, they're at Georgia.
that's, that's a tough game.
24th, they're home for LSU. Halloween, they're at Ole Miss. November 7th, they're home from Arkansas. The 14th, they're at Mississippi State. The 21st, they're home for Samford. And then they close up the season in the Iron Bowl at Alabama.
Hey, listen, like I was talking to a guy maybe an hour ago about Alabama, and he has humongous faith in Kalen DeBoer. And like certain jobs just aren't meant for people, and
Uh huh.
I don't think that DeBoer is a Alabama guy.
We'll
You
see. I
know?
mean, that's like the good thing. Well, like I said, Golish is familiar with Florida because he played him at USF, but
Yep.
they got a new coach who he played against him. And, so these new coaches, they have a chance to jump, you know what I mean, to jump on them because they're new to the league too.
Hmm. You
Hey,
know.
Auburn's got a top 10 recruiting class.
Yeah. You know, that's why I have them sneaking in the playoff. Like I have them getting in.
Next year's recruiting class is incredible. But to me, all that stuff means nothing because these kids flip flopping back and forth 100 times. It looks good on paper now, but you got to wait until they actually sign.
Yeah. Well, you know what? But it's changed so much with this whole NIL thing. Like the
Yeah.
world, like the world, like everything with it has changed. Yeah, I'm sending out a couple of just a couple of reminders to my boys. You know, to come up and join the conversation. So we talk about Georgia. You know, Georgia. Well, when Lee comes on, we're gonna discuss Texas. You know, and the thing too about like now they're also trying to make a rule now to where if a kid commits, he has to return the money if he leaves.
I agree with it.
Because I believe a kid went from he left Alabama to go to another school,
And he,
took their money, and then went back to Alabama.
yeah, well, kid did that at Auburn. Left, got promised money somewhere else, went there. It wasn't the way it was. He came back to Auburn. Gola said, bye bye.
Really?
Yep, if you're here for the money, he goes, we don't want you.
Yeah. Because you're here for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like, you got to be here. Cam Newton had a big speech in front of the football team. It was all over the internet.
Oh yeah.
And he
Yep.
told them and the parents, he goes, listen, if you're here for money and this and that, don't come to Auburn.
Yeah.
We want football players, man.
Exactly. We don't want people who are just here, just hungry for money. You're not helping the program.
Nope. You'll get your money.
Yeah.
You'll get your money. And
But
listen, you'll
wait.
get NIL money too. But don't let that be the sole purpose. Because if that's what it is, you're in it for the wrong reasons. Because you'll get
Well,
your payday when you get out.
well, it's like the kid that left for Texas.
Yeah. Coleman.
Yeah. Now I was speaking on him. I said he's a great route runner. I seen him play like twice, and he runs a great deep ball and a great post route, but he can't catch.
I'm telling you now, the receivers they got here that came over from USF, Chaz Nimrod, Singleton, and Kroger. Kroger's going to be a beat. Kroger was a true freshman last year and started.
Wow. That's like I think the guy from Illinois, Gene Chizik, I think he kind of went and set a blueprint out to when you leave, you take your guys with you. Even though his team was older. His team was a lot older.
I mean,
Which
I
I
think
which
you
I,
kind of have to take some of your guys with you because they need to help instill
the
the
culture,
attitude that Golish has. So, you know what I mean? The players can lean on them and say, listen, it
yeah,
works. Just stick with the program. Let's
the
do it.
program,
You know what I mean?
yeah. And that kid you know like Mendoza, but my whole thing, and I spoke to you about this. My whole argument was that whole Indiana team was the average age was 25 years old.
Yeah, some of them were 26. I mean, that's like men
Yeah,
playing with kids, you know? Now you got those five guys that are with NFL teams now that want to come back to college.
really, yeah,
You didn't
wow,
see that? Five
yeah,
guys. They're on rosters.
because they still have eligibility.
It happens in basketball too. Remember last year?
Yeah,
Alabama took that kid back. He played against Auburn, and then
yeah,
next week they sent him back. They told him he couldn't play anymore.
because he signed the NBA contract.
Yeah, it was like now they have that thing now. What is it? From the age of you're 19 years old, you have 5 years to complete your 4 years.
Really?
Starting this year, you have
So
5 years from your 19th birthday to finish your
so
college football playing career.
so my my son's coach was talking about that. Because I just dropped my son off at college over at Missouri Valley University for
Hmm.
wrestling, and he was talking about that rule, and he was saying they don't know when they're going to implement it.
I
It was
thought it
pending.
started for, or maybe it's next season.
Yeah, so he was saying he doesn't know when they're going to implement it, but it changes his whole redshirt process.
Sure,
Because he's going to redshirt this year.
that's good.
He's going to
I
redshirt this.
believe in that. When my son
You
got
know,
redshirted when he went to college, and it gave him the whole year with no pressure. He was the only freshman that they let travel with the team, so he got to see what it's like to practice, go on the road, and still have to do
exactly.
your homework without having to worry about playing, unless it was an emergency.
Yeah,
And it was good for him to learn that. So because you waste a year. Like if he was a freshman and didn't play, you waste a year.
yeah. And I think the one thing too that I like about this is the fact that like he gets to see, like, I'm like, like, while I was there, like, the coach goes, listen, you get 24-hour access to the gym. So if you want to come here at 3 o'clock in the morning and get a workout in, you can. And I'm sitting there and I'm trying to explain to him, like, hey, take advantage of this. You know, like like he did a little bullshit workout today, and I'm like, listen, man, like, you have to show the coach that you want to be there. So that right there means you have to do more than those other kids do. I'm sitting there talking to the coach. I met the head coach, and it was like 4 or 5 wrestlers just within a matter of 45 minutes. You just see him just start walking in, right, with wrestling shoes in hand, and he goes, listen, like, we don't have practice, but these kids just love being on the mat. He's
Yep.
like, these kids love being on the mat, and this the culture that we set. Like, he was like, somebody will always be willing to come and work with you and train with you. They'll always be willing to work with you. It's up to you if you want to go and put the work in.
Yeah.
And I was working really really hard with this boy, just putting it into his head, like, hey, you know, like put that work in. You know,
Yep.
yeah, you know,
Hey,
like,
especially wrestling. It
yeah,
don't lie. You
it don't lie.
lose.
You
You know what I
can't
mean?
hide.
Like you can't hide, man. Like when you have wrestle offs, you lose, man.
You
Like
lose.
there's no, oh, this guy didn't do his thing, he didn't do his thing. It's
And you know
you.
what? And the funny thing about it too is that you know the roster is 75 kids on the wrestling team. It's
Wow.
75 kids on the wrestling team. So you can only imagine how hard it is to crack varsity.
Yep. And a lot of too with wrestling coaches will wrestle kids
Uh
that are
huh.
good practice wrestlers that won't make it, but they'll make the team better.
Uh huh.
Because you're only as good as who you go against, right?
Yeah,
You know, like if you're playing against if you're practicing against a shitty defense, you're gonna look good in practice, but when you get to a game, you're not gonna be able to handle it.
exactly. You know, and his roommate is good. His roommate is great, a good kid. You know, and the parents were like, my son, he doesn't drink or smoke, so he's not about the party in life.
Hmm.
He's not down with that. So for him, he's there. He's like, Dad, I'm here to wrestle. If I make friends along the way, I'm cool with that. But I'm here to wrestle. You know, but like, how's the adjustment been for your son there so far at Auburn?
To them, it's the same. You know what I mean? You're not gonna work any harder. You know what I mean? You're gonna work the same way, the same work ethic. You know, it's just different kids, and you got to prepare them for a mindset that it's a battle every week. There's really
Yeah.
no weeks off.
So like now, of course, like the facilities are better there than at South Florida. It's a lot
They
more
got
money put into the program.
they they got a $94 million complex just for football to work out in.
Holy shit, that's insane.
It's like 2 years old, I think,
That's crazy.
just for football.
Wow, that's madness.
Yep.
$92 million just for
So the
football.
so the facilities are definitely upgraded,
Yeah. Wow.
but you got to put the time in. You know what I mean? Like you could have all the things at your exposure at your
Yeah.
disposal. If you don't use them, what good is it? You might as well have a rack of weights instead of
Hmm.
like a
Well,
universal machine or something.
you do have the number one linebacker in the country going there.
Dude, he's sick.
Yeah.
He's
You know.
sick. And that's the other good thing I think that was great that I liked is that Golish obviously is an offensive minded man coming from Tennessee. You know,
Yeah.
he had that program, number one offense in the country before he left. And he kept Durkin for the defense because their
Yeah.
defense was good last year.
It was good.
It was decent. And by keeping Durkin, they kept a good core of players that you need.
Yeah.
And Xavier is one of them, which is that's a big. And plus, he brought over some good D backs too.
Yeah. So now that's the thing too. Now is like, how hard was it for him to keep those kids?
I don't know any of that stuff.
Okay.
My son doesn't even know it either. He just
Really?
does
Okay.
strength and conditioning.
Yeah.
You know, like he doesn't know what goes on with there's certain people that are in the know on things, and he doesn't want to be involved. So you don't have to, like when it comes to NIL money and stuff, Golish
Hmm.
handles it. No one
Okay.
knows. He does
Yeah.
it. They have a general manager. They're the
Yeah.
only
Wow.
ones that know. So you can't be jaded. You know what I mean? Like if you know this
Yeah.
kid makes more and you're working them, you don't want it to be. It's just I don't care what you are. Let's go. Boom. Do what you got to do.
Yeah. So like how so like like, I think Golish is a great coach. I think he's an amazing coach, especially for what he did as what he did at South Florida. And I think a lot of people are going to be surprised. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised because they're like, oh, when he was at South Florida, he didn't play anybody there.
Hey, he took like I said, he brought on Alabama, he brought
Yeah.
on Michigan,
Uh
he
huh.
brought on Florida. He
Uh huh.
just wanted to play. I mean,
Hmm.
and he's got that attitude. Like you see, I don't know if you saw the videos. I try to repost their videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Last week, he had the team marching band come into the meeting room,
Yeah.
and he made the team learn the fight song
Wow.
with the marching band. So the guy who runs the band
Yeah.
talked to the team before it happened, and he
Yeah.
goes, in the 10 years he's been there, not one coach asked him to do that so the kids knew the fight song to support their school. He was Cole's the first one to do it.
Wow.
That's
That's.
pride, man. That's like you got to see why you're there and what you're doing. It's not just
Hmm.
football. Like You
It's
have a
not.
rich history of football.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the SEC, and you got to know that you're playing for a lot of people too.
A lot, a lot of people like the SEC is football is God.
Yeah,
Football is because you gotta remember that's everything. They taught college football down there 24/7. If
yeah,
you're in Alabama, Auburn, University of Texas, yeah, they got the they may talk a little bit of the NFL teams in Texas, but they're talking, oh, who's coming in? Like these guys know the recruits that are coming in and that are being recruited. Like it's crazy. Like I have no idea who Miami is trying to get. I find out about it after it's done.
right.
Like we just brought in the kid from Duke, and Duke was trying hard for us not to get him. You know, Duke was trying like they took us to court and everything. But
Yeah,
money talks. So we went up and paid. We paid them his contract. You know, so we paid them $4 million, and we brought him in for $4 million. So in total, we paid $8 million for our quarterback, Frank.
and that's the thing too is that think about it. They're kids, really,
Uh
right?
huh. Yeah.
They're kids. Now, it's just a natural process to be lax. Like, can you imagine one of these? Put yourself in this position. And I know me. If I was that age and then someone gave me 4 million, I'm hoping that I'd still want to be hungry.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know
And
what I
that's
mean?
what they do.
Like
Yeah.
you're hoping you still want to be hungry and you're hoping that these kids don't, oh, I'm hurt this week. And then shit happens and I got this. And like you still want that hunger to be there.
No, that's the one. That's one thing that's very interesting right now. Is I didn't even think about that because when you're kids, like you don't think that these kids, and the one thing that they say the hard part is that they have like their best friend as their agent because there's no regulation. So they have their best friend as their agent, their mom, their dad. You know, like that's happened in Tennessee. The dad wanted more money. You
And you
know.
see some of these kids too, and you can't blame them. They come
Yeah.
from, families that don't have the money. And
Uh
now
huh.
you're getting it, and it's really helping out. You know what I mean? And you might be saying, hey, you know what? I may not make it to the next level, but I got this money now. And at least I got something for my family. But you still got to have that hunger, man. Like you got to have that to what? I want more. I want to
Exactly.
work to get that golden ticket, get to the NFL, and then I'm set,
And that's the one thing too is most of the kids now is like after their college, like they're like I made more money playing college football than I did in the NFL.
Well, that's why some of these guys want to come back
Yeah. Well,
because they'll make more than their freaking rookie salary.
yeah. Well, it's kind of like that thing with Dante Moore. Like Dante Moore could have came out from Oregon. Dante Moore could have came out and been the number two pick overall. You know. So if he would have came out, he would have been number two pick overall, and he'd have went to the Jets. So he would have went to the Jets, but he decided to come back because the money.
Yeah.
Like he was like, all right, Oregon's gonna pay me, $5 million to stay.
See, I'm of the belief that, like, if you get whatever amount of money it is and you want to leave, pay that money back.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, what do you think? We're just here to give you money and you can just jump to this place and then get money, jump to this place and get money? Like, pay it back.
Hey, you know what? It's like I feel like when you get that money, that kind of money, look, I feel like you should have to pay tuition. You know.
I always told my kids when they were young that if they were ever blessed to go to college and say they made it to the NFL,
Yeah.
I told them they're all going to pay their tuition back to the school if you do it.
Yeah.
They should do that. If
Yeah.
guys get drafted, they should pay the school back.
So something interesting happened with. So something interesting happened with Troy Aikman. So Troy Aikman said that he gave a kid UCLA talked him into like paying for a kid, and he paid for the kid. He goes, the kid didn't give me a note, didn't
Nothing.
nothing.
And they don't want to do it anymore now.
Yeah, he said never again. He goes,
Yep.
never again will I sponsor a kid in NIL.
Yep.
You know?
It's sad, it's like a driver's license. It's not a
Yeah.
right to have a driver's license, it's a privilege. And
Uh
it's the
huh.
same thing as college sports. It's not your right to play, it's a privilege to play.
Mm-hmm.
And you mess up that privilege, you lose it. It's simple.
A lot of these kids, they don't believe it. You know what? They have this entitlement, and you can't coach them like you used to. Like everything has to be soft.
It's not
You
in
know?
that way in the SEC, though.
Really?
Not from what I saw going to practices.
Like
It's
they
almost
talk
like
so
you're an employee now. So it's like, do what I
really.
tell you. You're getting paid. You got to do it.
Wow, that's crazy. Like I feel like the SEC has always been a little different, and I always feel like Saban, like the thing with Saban was when you went to Alabama, you knew you were sitting for 2 years. Like it was very rare that a freshman played at Alabama. You know.
Like, what I don't understand was this off season when they had that number one quarterback coming out,
Mm-hmm.
and it was down to like three schools, and Auburn was one of them.
Really.
And he wound up going to Oregon. They got 8 quarterbacks on their
Quarterback.
roster.
Yeah. Yep.
Byram's leaving after 1 year.
Uh huh.
You can't sit for 1 year. Now you got 8 guys over there. And then what's going to happen? A year's going to go by. You're going to get pitched. You're going to want to transfer. And
Yep.
then the grass isn't always greener because you got guys who've been in that system for like 2 years. You know what I mean? So you got to worry about trying to beat them out, and they've already been there, and the coaches know them. It's crazy, man.
Well, they actually have another kid that went to Oregon. So like so because they went from Dylan Gabriel to Dante Moore, and somebody and like you said, like these kids are transferring to Oregon, but they already have their quarterback already.
Yeah,
You know, like I can understand if you're a running back, receiver, something of that nature, you would
yeah,
have a
because you got
kid
extra guys. Like you got
extra guys that you can put
linemen.
in.
They're always
Yep.
rotating guys through on the defense and stuff. You need fresh legs. You get in. That I understand. But when you're a one man guy, that's kind of hard, man. Like you gotta.
So, who's the backup quarterback at Auburn?
I think his name's Tia. Let me see. Do 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 do. All right, here we are. They have Lachlan Hewitt.
Mm.
He's a backup guy. He came over from USF. Tristan Tia.
Mm.
He's a sophomore from California. He came over from Oregon State.
Ah, okay. You know what? But that's the thing too is when when you're getting these teams, when you get these kids to believe in this program and to understand like because I believe the guy you guys had last year he left.
The quarterback.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Like once he heard that Brett,
Byram.
that Byron was coming in, he already knew, you know, because
Well,
that's the one thing. That
you
was the
got a
one thing.
running quarterback. You know,
Yeah,
he could get hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's a running quarterback.
yeah,
So you always have that problem that you're always one play away. Like you got a good
yeah.
chance of playing, man.
And also too, he's playing against bigger guys.
Yeah. So I don't
Yes.
I don't know. It's not like it
Yeah.
used to be, where you just went and you wanted to play.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like, I gotta play now. Well, again, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, it's a quarterback. It's one position. You can't just play right away.
Can't you gotta sit there and learn? And do I think that Byron is gonna have a learning curve? Of course,
I'm sure. Of course he
because
will.
the defenses are faster, you know, and you know, but I do feel like he has he has bigger linemen now.
Well, that's the thing. He's got a he's got like the SEC to back him up, his team. You
Exactly.
know what I mean? Like he's got the guys around him so he'll be able to stay in the pocket a little longer.
Longer, exactly.
And
And
he'll
will
be able
have
to
to
do it
escape and
right.
run.
Yep.
You know, so like, and you know, I seen that Auburn got that 5'6" kid
Yeah, from Troy.
from Troy. Yeah, you know what? He's 5'6", 160.
He runs
But
back punts and stuff too. He's
yeah,
fast as hell.
yeah,
He
that's
got
that.
the day I was there last week, I think, or the week
Yeah,
before, and I was at practice, and that was the first day he showed up.
yeah, you know, like that kid. That like, I just like with size like that, it just makes you wonder like, is he gonna be able to hold up?
I mean, he played at Troy, so I mean, he did play.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he came from, like a D2 or D3 school.
He reminds me a lot of a Cavante Turpin.
All right, we'll see. Like they have so many guys over there that do podcasts and they're at practice all the time, and every
Yeah.
day they're like live and die every day. And I never get involved or make comments. All and they're like, oh, are they going to be able to do it? Oh, can they do this? Can How about you just sit back and wait for a second
Exactly.
and see what happens, man? Like, why you guys trying? That's why I don't predict wins and losses and this because this is the first thing for everybody. So the first year is a feeling out process, even though you can't do that in the SEC. Like obviously any school in the SEC is being trained and taught to win. We're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it. Let's go. But when you're a new coach there, you don't have the luxury of the other coaches that have been there for a while. So
You
you
know,
still got to feel out your players, make sure you put them in the right positions, make sure everything goes okay.
and that's the hard part.
Yeah.
You know, like I always feel like when you're dealing with when you're dealing with a new staff and like in a new system, it's really one of those things on like how fast can they learn it?
And the
You
biggest
know,
thing is the
how
kids got to
fast can they
buy
learn?
in.
Yes, yes.
They got to buy in.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they do that and they have faith and they see that it works, then the confidence comes and they're like, hey, you know what? This is what we got to do.
Yeah, because you know Auburn has, even though they haven't won in forever, like they say that Auburn hasn't had an 8-win season
In a
in
while.
yeah 8 wins. So it's like like right now they really have that little brother syndrome right now.
Yeah. I mean, they got to prove themselves.
You know, like because one championship they can't live off that one camp championship forever.
Nope. The
You know,
patience is thin down there.
mm-hmm. Because you know they've seen Alabama have so much success Like they've seen him have so much success, and it's like, all right, well, when's it gonna be our turn?
Yep.
Like when is it gonna be our turn for us to get, you know, back to back titles, or or two titles in 4 years, or even just always be in contention or a top 10 team.
Mm-hmm.
Because there were a couple years where they would start off in the top 25, and then by the end of the year, they lost 6 games.
Yeah.
Now, because for a while they had Gus Malzone was down there too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't win down there. You know.
Well, the good thing is that Goalish was at Tennessee, so he
Mm-hmm.
knows the SEC mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So it's new to him, but it's not new to him.
Yeah. So how many years was he at Tennessee?
I don't know.
Mm.
It sounds like my voice sounds different on here now.
Oh well, you know what? Because I went up and Hugo told me that my mic was like a little low, so I went up and had to change my
Okay.
my voice my
That's all right.
audio. Yeah, but I still hear you perfectly.
All right.
Yeah. You know. So was he the head coach at Tennessee, or was he assistant?
Offense coordinator.
Ah, okay. And then he left from there
The
to
USF.
South. Yep. Wow. Like that's that right there is the one thing I will say when it comes to you know because for a while South Florida I would say back when they had because they had a top five, they had like a first round pick for the Cowboys went to South Florida. So South Florida used to get kids, like kids that they used to go first round, high second round, and then the program fell off, and they came back. When your coach came.
All right, here it is. 2004, 2005, he coached at Ohio State.
Wow.
Then he went to Northern Illinois, Oklahoma State,
Mm.
Toledo, Illinois, Iowa State, UCF, Tennessee, South Florida, now Auburn.
Wow. Because the one thing they always say is that he's a great offensive mind. He game plans very very well. He's able to game plan well, get everything rocking and rolling.
What's going to be important now to see how his running plays all the time works in the SEC.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you can tire down quick,
Yeah.
or you got to see if that can hold up.
Well, that's so interesting because, like they ran that quick offense. Who else? Central Florida. Was it Central Florida or no? It was Florida with the Florida International or who's the team down in Orlando?
FIU, I think,
Is because
or
I
Florida
know
Atlantic.
it wasn't Florida Atlantic. They're black. They're the Golden Knights. They're
Yeah,
black.
UCF.
UCF. UCF was the first team to start really running that hurry up, quick, fast. Every 2 seconds, look to the sideline offense.
That's one thing you got to prepare for. One thing, goalless teams are going to be in shape.
Yeah.
They're going to be in shape, man. It'll be interesting. I can't wait.
I'm smoking a 2022 Andalusian Bull.
Oh. I have a Perla Del Mar Corojo.
Oh, those are amazing.
It is such a good smoke.
Such a good smoke.
I just had my event Friday night.
Nice.
And
And
Bobby
Bobby
Newman gave
Newman
me all
gave
the
me all the
cigars for the
cigars for the
event. So
event.
we
So
got
we got
we had that, and the other cigar was a Perla Del Mar Shade.
Nice. You know, Bobby Newman is such a great guy.
Love him.
Yeah,
He gave me this. He gave me 400 cigars. He gave me a commemorative wooden box humidor. He
yeah,
gave me a box of brick house cigars and a Perla Del Mar sign just for giveaways.
yeah. So, have you went in and rescheduled that event yet, Frank?
Yeah, I just had it Friday night.
Oh, I thought.
I scheduled it from Thursday to Friday
Ah,
to the next
oh,
night.
because I seen you had made a change for it.
Yeah, we changed it
Yeah,
to the next year because the rain was horrendous on
yeah,
Thursday.
yeah. Mm,
We raised $8,600.
amazing,
Yeah,
amazing. And every one of those dogs costs around
50 to
50,000.
65,000. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and those
had
dogs are amazing.
Sean flew in from Dogs Inc. with his dog Nick, and he made a
Nice.
speech at the event and stuff. It was really good.
Yeah. Oh, you smoking, Hugo? Yeah, you know, like Dogs Inc. is such an amazing organization. You know, like have you spoken to Maddie about trying to put something together?
Yeah, Maddie actually gave me a whole bunch of stuff, swag for raffles and stuff too.
Nice.
He was in
Maddie.
Nashville. He couldn't make it.
Yeah, he was down there with Kerry.
Yep.
Hey, Kerry is a very one like the the barbecue world is a whole different beast. And those guys are just they're just all super nice. It's competitive, but they're all nice. You know.
That other one should be coming up soon, right? Handsome
Um.
Devils.
Yeah. Well, I think they're gonna work something out with Maddie.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Ed is man. Ed is one of the sweetest guys in the world, man. He's
Yep.
such a sweet dude.
He is.
Hey, and he won best bite at Turtle Bay over in Queens.
Uh huh.
He won best bite. You know,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. He said he's going to let me know when they have it. He'll let me put a table up for Dogs Inc. at the next one.
that's amazing. So, I guess until my other guests arrive, we can jump to the NFL. Oh, that's awesome!
That was from Friday night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for you guys to know, those are all former military. And those dogs are able to detect if their blood pressure is high, if they're having anxiety. Those dogs are trained to spot that kind of stuff. So it's
Yep.
so it's actually pretty awesome.
I had a raffle table that you'll never see anywhere with all the stuff that I had.
Wow.
Look at this.
Mm.
I had 7 bottles of Penelope.
Oh wow.
There's that big humidor box that Bobby gave
Hmm.
us. I had bundles of cigars.
Man,
There's the box of Brick House. We had a great. And then this one guy out of nowhere messages me on Instagram and wanted to make a special. He made a barrel that we raffled off,
wow.
a bourbon barrel. The top spins around. You put an umbrella in the middle, and you can put your liquor underneath, and it comes with
That's
a
pretty cool.
lock.
Wow.
You know who won that?
Oh,
The guy Manny, I think his name is. He's the one that owns the Casa del Tobacco in Newark and
oh
up
yes,
in
yes, yeah,
Sparta. He
yeah.
won it.
That's pretty awesome.
He can't wait. He goes, I can't wait to put this in one of my shops. I can put a display, all the
Yeah,
stuff in the cabinet. He goes, I can't. He was so happy.
man. I've been trying to get a podcast with Penelope for 3 years now.
Penelope was in Jersey. They just moved out last year, the year before.
Really?
I didn't know that. They were in Jersey the whole
Yeah,
time. I was so
yeah.
pissed.
They were in Roselle.
And now they moved, out to the bourbon world.
Oh, so they're in Indiana now.
No, out in Kentucky, I think.
Really?
I found the new sponsor though. I love tequila.
Yeah.
Cascanis Tequila.
Wow. That's awesome.
Best tequila I ever had. It's so good. The guy had such a good time. He goes, any events you do, let me know. I'll come to them.
That's amazing. But you gotta, like you should try to do one like every 4 months, man.
Yep.
But and I see your guy in Ohio. He does a few events out there too.
Yeah, he gets it set by January. He knows when all his events because he's done them already. So he just sets the dates.
Mm-hmm.
Like the place that I just had the last one at, the owner came over to me, goes, we're gonna do this again in May or June. He goes,
Mm.
I can't wait. So we're starting to work on that one for next year already.
Wow. Right. That's the thing. It's all about just getting connections. You get the connection, and then they know next year this is where I'm going.
Yep.
You know. Yeah,
So you were
I
saying
got
before about the NFL. So
yeah.
how do you like your latest signing?
Listen, my boy came home. My, my boy came home. You know. You know, like, for me, it's one of those things where if Vaughn can give us anything, anything's better than nothing. You know, anything, like, he can go and give us 2 sacks.
You
That's
need that because that was your problem last year. You'd score points, but you give them right up.
yeah, and that you know what? That kid Caleb Downs. That kid Downs is
It's gonna
he's
be
gonna be special.
interesting.
Well, they're saying that kid Alvaro Reese is supposed to be like.
He's playing like a man child. He's playing so good.
Have you been to minicamp?
No, I didn't go to camps.
Okay.
I didn't go to anything.
They said that he doesn't talk. He just goes to practice and just hits people.
Yep.
It,
He's fast, man.
they say he's built like RoboCop.
Yeah, he's fast.
Just
And with that defense, because they got the other guy from Baltimore linebacker, Jermaine,
yeah, he's same body,
and
same
he's the
body.
same type of thing. You get two guys who can go sideline to sideline in that middle there, that makes a big difference.
So how you feel? How you feel the kid from Penn State's gonna do in the second year?
Which one?
The kid from Penn State,
Um, what's his name?
the defensive end.
Oh, yeah. I I think they're gonna do well. I think they're gonna do well. I love because you know why? Like you have Harbaugh, who's got that old school mentality, smash mouth football. You know what I mean? So, and that's what the Giants are always known for. So I'm hoping the defense comes back and it takes a lot of pressure off your offense.
Well, if Jackson Dart can stay out the blue tent,
We'll see what happens. But you know what though? Like that last one, when they did it, he got hit in the chest and they took him right
Uh-huh.
to the tent. He's like, you got to stop, man. Just because
Uh-huh.
I get hit, don't take me to the tent all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that gets to be annoying after a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you need it, I get it. But don't just do it like as precautionary crap.
Yeah. Like he's like that's the problem because you're starting off with us.
I know. But see, I like playing the good teams early because nobody's really set yet. You know what I mean? Like that's
Mm-hmm.
so that first and second week, that's when you get a lot of your upsets because you might get a team that's playing a little better because once the week 9, 10, 11, they're
Mm-hmm.
seasoned. You know what I mean? So in the beginning, you have a chance to knock somebody off. So I'm hoping. Hey, I'm always we're always hopeful, right? Every year we're like, oh my god, I can't wait. Then by like week 5 or 6, I'm like, I can't wait till baseball starts again.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I would say this about the you know like the Giants are for the Jets always take the headlines on it being a bad franchise, but the Giants haven't been much better.
Mm-mm.
You
No,
know?
because they won a couple of Super Bowls, so they kind of get a little bit of a pass. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Where the Jets just have never done anything, so it's easy to pick on them.
yeah, and I think and I think Aaron Glenn is just getting a raw deal.
Yeah. Well, he said it. He came out and said, "Listen, I take last year on me because I'm a defensive guy, and I
Yeah.
wasn't helping the defense last year."
Mm-hmm.
And he's right. I mean, come on,
Mm-hmm.
stick with what you know, man.
And that's the thing.
It'll be interesting. Like they say, any given Sunday, right? Anyone can beat anybody in the NFL, man.
You're right. You're right about that. I really feel like like a few of these teams are just gonna be really like unbelievable. Like Arizona's gonna be like really bad.
Yeah. And Love's already
Like,
hurt.
oh yeah, he had a twisted ankle, but they're probably doing that to keep him out.
Yeah, I know, but when you get those ankle injuries, that's what prolongs you all year long.
Yeah,
Those and the
yeah,
hamstring injuries, you know what I mean? They're the
yeah,
hardest to come back from because you're always, stepping and moving and going through. And that's when you get those problems early, just like with the concussions. You get them
yeah.
early, it's tough now because then they come back easier.
Mm-hmm.
It'll
Well,
be interesting. It'll be fun.
mm-hmm.
A lot of good players in the NFL this year.
Well, you know what? Like this rookie class was a lot better than everybody expected
Yeah,
because they were saying it's a down year because there's no quarterbacks coming out.
right.
And
But
I
everything else was solid.
yeah, you had a lot of linebackers come out, a lot of receivers.
Oh,
Like
Tate's going to be a beast, I think. Tate's going to be a beast.
what? So I watch a lot of like Cleveland radio because I want to keep up with Shador.
Hmm.
I keep up like because it's Dion. So it's Dion's son. So I'm always rooting for Shador. And like they're saying that those two rookies that they drafted, KC Concepcion and the other rookie that they got, they're saying that those two kids are studs.
Lit-
And
Yeah, it's just like when we're talking about the college before, when you're getting all these recruits that come in,
uh-huh.
you don't know what's in here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that step from you could be a stud, and you know it as well as I do, that how many guys were fantastic in college, but they just couldn't keep up with that NFL game, and they were studs.
Studs. But
So
how do you
it's a
how do you
different it's a different
how
ball
do you
game,
feel
man.
about how do you feel about Neighbors when he comes back from that knee?
It depends on how his knee is. That's another thing. You know what I mean? If it's good, come on, the guy can catch everything. The guy he did it last year.
And and they're saying that he's better than Marvin Harrison.
He could be, but we don't know yet. You know what I mean? That's like a lot of people get that. I think the best thing to happen at this point in his career is Odell coming back.
Yeah.
because he's smarter now.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that kid stupid mentality crap. We
Mhm.
hope.
Yeah.
And these kids are learning from him. And dude, you see the routes he was running in these past 2 games? Holy shit. Like, that's a good guy, these kids to learn from, as long as he keeps his head on straight and doesn't
Yeah.
do that
Yeah.
stupid shit anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And like that Malachi Fields or whatever from Notre Dame, that kid's going to be a decent receiver.
You know, we got a kid, unsigned free agent. Now we got problems now because we got about 8 receivers that can make the team, but we're only keeping 6. Maybe you know, we want to keep 5, but it might end up having to keep 6. And I was telling one of my guys, and I'm like, listen, like Kevontae Turpin might get cut, because he's a special teamer.
Well, wasn't Austin on the Cowboys? He's on the Giants now.
Which one? What?
Austin, wide receiver, short guy, fast as hell.
Oh, Tavon Austin.
Yeah,
He's still playing?
I believe that's him on the Giants.
No, he came from Pittsburgh.
Oh, Pittsburgh.
Came
Oh,
from
that's
Pittsburgh.
right, Austin the third.
Yeah, he
That kid
came.
could move.
He could move.
You put them in open field.
Hey, I
Holy,
tell you this: Tavon Austin has one of the best college highlight reels ever. Tavon Austin was unbelievable in college. It's like Leonard Fournette. Like if Leonard Fournette didn't go to Jacksonville and actually went to a place where they have an offensive line, oh, he would have been one of the best running backs of all time. If the problem with him was he was in Jacksonville and they let him get fat. See, when he went to Tampa
great.
Bay, when he went to Tampa, Brady kept him in shape.
Oh no, the guy in the Giants is Calvin Austin.
Calvin, yeah,
That's the one who's on the Steelers, not
yep,
Tavon.
yeah, mm-hmm,
Calvin Austin the third.
yep. He's a little guy, yeah. Pittsburgh doesn't know what they're gonna fucking do with that offense.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then with a
Mm-hmm.
new coach,
Mm-hmm.
so like who knows how these guys are gonna do it? I don't know.
Hey, did you guys get rid of what's his name? Did you guys get rid of the kid Jalen Hyatt?
No, he's still there right
What a
now.
what a bust.
Right? That's the guy, right? Tennessee. The kid was a
Yeah,
freaking stud. You come to the NFL and it's a different ball game, man.
yeah,
Like it's
yep.
it's tough. It's the easiest part is making the NFL. The
Mm-hmm.
hardest part is staying.
Yep. Yep. Like like in the last few years, we drafted a few bums, just straight up bums. We had Taco Charlton. We've had you know, Overshown might be a bust.
Yeah.
He might be a bust. And then we had a second round pick by the name of Williams. He's on his last year of his deal. He might be a bust.
Yeah,
So now the problem too now is we got to pay George Pickens at the end of this year. Pickens is a dog.
yeah.
That kid's a dog, man. And Frank, that I think Pickens is 6'3", about 210, 215. Just a dog,
Yeah.
you know. Like I'm actually excited to see what this Cowboy offense is going to do this year. You
I
know.
it, it's great. I love it. I can't wait. It should be an exciting season.
Oh yeah. Like I'll be happy if because like my best friend's a dying Jet fan. Like I just hope they win 7 games, 6 or 7 games.
Yep.
An- enough to keep Aaron Glenn around. You know. Oh,
Yeah.
yo, what's going on, Just?
What's going on?
I'm good, man. How you doing, man?
Man,
Hey,
I'm
this
good.
my boy Frank, man. You
What's up,
know.
Frank?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Hey,
meet you, man. Nice to meet
so
you.
so we were just talking about your Jets,
Okay.
you know, and we was like,
We're looking
we
good,
hope,
right?
yeah, we said I was just saying, I hope you guys get 6 wins.
Mm-mm. Shit, I hope so too.
Now,
Shit.
now here's the physical interesting. He's all the way down in Georgia, and he's a Jets fan. Grew up a Jets
Yeah.
fan.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You know, no, normally people don't pick that kind of torture and poison. Most people are like, who's your team? The Jets. Oh, why? My dad's a Jets fan. My grandfather's a Jets fan. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
Well, then you get some people that are in New Jersey that like the Cowboys.
Hey, listen.
I
I like
mean,
I like winners.
come see, come saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. Hey, so me and Frank would talk about them tigers, them hungry tigers. You know.
Ooh, LSU.
No, yeah. Hey, listen. No, those some dead tigers.
Those
Those some
some
dead.
those some those some rich tigers.
Hey, rich tigers, yeah. But
Yeah.
now, them Auburn tigers are back now.
Back where?
Hey, let them know, Frank.
Back where?
Come on.
Oh my God.
Come
War
on.
Eagle.
War Eagle.
Oh my God.
you
Why do you
know.
guys do this to yourself?
Well, so Frank, so his son is the one that Frank, his son works for Auburn. He's the one I was telling you about. He's the reason
Okay.
why I'm rooting for Auburn.
My
Oh,
s-
okay.
my son started out as a strength coach with the Jets. Now
Okay.
he's the assistant head coach for Auburn strength.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. How's he liking it?
Loves it. He
Okay.
went from the Jets to the Atlanta Legends when they started that failure football team that collapsed
Yeah.
in like 8 months.
Yep.
Then he was at ECU. Then he was at USF, and he came over with Goalish this year with the new team.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Frank was telling me
But I
that
mean, I, I, I want to apologize in advance to both of you guys. It's gonna be bad. But hey,
well, first of all,
gotta.
what did your dogs do this offseason? Who'd your boys bring in?
Well, I mean, we beat up the offensive line. I mean, that was number one. That was our main concern. Protecting our quarterbacks because that was one of the biggest disadvantages from last year that we had. Gonna having to throw on the run a lot, and we brought in the wide receiver from what was it? Not Clemson, but I think it was A&M. Can't think of his
Mm,
name. The big guy. We brought back Lawson Lucky at tight end.
mm.
We brought in the shifty little running back from Kentucky, but he got hurt. He got hurt in the 4-wheeler accident. Do
Oh
you
my
remember
God.
the guy from last year that was
Hmm.
Kentucky starter? He
Yeah.
came to us. Yeah, he's got a funny last name. I can't never pronounce it right. It's like Tupet or something like that. He got hurt. He was gonna be probably running right there behind Nate Frazier, probably sharing packages.
Mm.
But praying for him right now because I heard it was a pretty bad injury. But we beat up the receiving core. I mean, and the offensive line, that was the main deal. I mean, because we weren't far off. I mean, we didn't go out and spend these millions of NIL dollars like everybody else. We're not giving anybody $8 million. That ain't the Georgia way. You know what
Mm.
I mean? That ain't the way they do it. But yeah, I mean, we did hit the transfer portal a little bit and fill in some gaps, but nah, we didn't pay for any of the big names like that. Just a little bit on the offensive line and brought in a couple of recruits. I'm
So
gonna give
like,
you this guy's name here shortly.
so but you guys do a really good job of keeping your guys there.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys is they want the chance to play.
Mm-hmm.
And it's getting to the point now that with the money thing, it's hard coming in, out of high school because those guys are just it's already hard enough to get recruited, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to worry about these recruiters just saying, "Hey, well, this corporation or this guy just gave us $50 million. We ain't
Mm-hmm.
gonna go recruit this year. We're just gonna go get this guy over here out of JUCO or somewhere else, and we're gonna give him $5 million. You know what I mean, and bring him in instead of recruiting this freshman and watching him all year. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But we're still giving guys that chance, which is
Yeah.
keeping the heart alive. You know what I mean? So, and not only that, you still getting a chance to play in the SEC, which is gonna get you the showtime, the airtime, and you're going to get basically the best experience in college football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when it comes to, getting league ready or whatever, that's probably the best prep you're going to get playing in the SEC. So guys will still jump at that opportunity. And the fact that we're still offering it still allows, Georgia to recruit heavily. And we haven't failed to that money bandwagon yet. So I think that's why we do well with recruiting.
Well, and that's the good thing too, is that when you have a good history like Georgia has, and kids want to play there, like today's football player is so much different than years past, where you went to a school because you wanted to play. I don't want a kid coming to my school because you're giving him money.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're
Exactly.
gonna listen, come and play and you'll make your money.
Yep.
Don't come here because of the money.
Right.
Because think we were talking about this before you came on.
Yeah.
You get a lot of these kids that didn't come from money, right? So
Mm-hmm.
now say you got like a freshman kid coming over, you give him money, he comes to your school, and say it's like a Georgia, right? Where
Mm-hmm.
it's competitive, right? It's competitive what's there. And then you might see the writing on the wall and go, hey, you know what? I might not have the opportunity here, but I got 2 million in my pocket, so I don't care.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where now, if you get a kid who's hungry, he's like, shit, I got nothing. I got to work my ass off and become a better player to get on the field. And that's
Exactly.
what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. So
Exactly.
I got the schedule pulled up. It seemed like you guys took the easy route the first 2 weeks, but I'll give you a pass on that. So we got Tennessee State,
Mm-hmm.
Western Kentucky,
Mm-hmm.
Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
So you're 3-0 right there. At Oklahoma,
Mm-hmm.
at Vandy.
Yeah.
No,
I
sorry.
mean, when
No,
you
sorry, no,
when,
sorry. You're sorry. You got Oklahoma at home. You got Vandy at home. Then you're
mm-hmm.
going to Alabama. You got Auburn at home.
Mm-hmm.
You got Florida at home. You're going to Old Miss. You got Missouri at home. South Carolina uh, on the road, and then Virginia Tech to finish it out for the rivalry game.
Okay. So let me tell you, adding South Carolina back to the schedule this year is the one for me. And a lot of people like, what, South Carolina, you crazy. I'm like, no, because South Carolina is always a scary game for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I tell anybody, South Carolina, I would take South Carolina against any team in the country in the first half. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care if you're number one, I don't care if you're number 100. That first half, I will take them against any team in the country. and it depends on the adjustments that you make in the locker room, whether or not you're gonna win the game.
Mm-hmm.
But they come out in the first half, and the things that they do, and don't let it be raining, and you in Columbia. That's a
Mm-hmm.
problem, But they always play us hard, and they always keep a pretty good receiving core, and they always keep a pretty good quarterback. So South Carolina has always been a game that's worried me. It's never been like a blowout game with us and them. But if you look at the past schedules, I'm glad for that schedule, because if you look at the past schedules for the last 3 years, man, we've had some juggernaut schedules, bro. Like we don't get the Alabama cakewalk schedules and all that. We don't usually get that. And usually
Mm-hmm.
by the time, we get down to the playoff and the SEC championship, we beat up
Beat
pretty
up.
bad,
Yep.
like real bad. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about having a little bit of an easy road starting out here. Gives the guys a little bit of a time to gel, but nothing in the SEC. Once you start SEC play, is easy. It's
No.
any
Yeah.
given Saturday. You know what I
Yep.
And you know
mean?
what? In South Carolina, I think I was telling Frank this. If South Carolina would have made the playoff, they'd have beat some
Mhm.
teams in the playoff because they were
Yeah,
hot.
yeah, yeah. It's any
You
given
know.
Saturday. Hmm.
Yeah. You know.
And that's why Kirby was like, toward the end of last year, he was like, well, we should just break off from NCAA altogether. SEC should just make their own national championship. They could.
You
They
know. It's
really could. You know
you
what
know
I
what
mean?
the thing is. It's tough just because of the fact that the Big Ten, you know, like the Big Ten has been, knocking on that door.
Yeah,
Even though they say the Big Ten is top heavy,
yeah,
but they do have four schools that can battle anybody. Like Penn State will always be Penn State. Ohio State is on any given Saturday they can show up and beat you by 40.
yeah,
Michigan, Michigan, I have no idea what's gonna happen with Michigan this year. I have no idea. It's because
yeah. I agree with you on Ohio State, definitely. Penn State, maybe a few
Indiana,
years ago. Indiana is just money driven. I think last year was a Cinderella. We'll see how far the money goes this year, but I'm not gonna put them in that category that everybody's putting them in yet. I can't put
And
them there yet.
we are talking about it earlier too about that new rule they're going to have. I think it's starting next year where once you turn 19, you have 5 years to get through college. So you're
Really?
not going to get those 25 and 26-year-old kids like Indiana had last year. They had a
Yeah.
bunch of men.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Which isn't a fair playing field. So now they're
Right.
gonna change it to 5 years to get through, and I think you're allowed one transfer out, and that's it. You can't do it anymore
mm,
Hmm.
because it gets to be silly, like you were saying. You have a great guy in your team. Now you're going to the next season. You're happy. Some guy offers him $4 million and he leaves. Come on, man. That's not football.
mm-hmm.
Nah.
That's not football, man.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
one of the reasons Saban left. You know.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, even though they were
Mhm.
probably doing it illegally back in the day,
Yeah.
Well,
now that
well,
it's
you know how it
legal,
was. You know how it was back in the day with they say Alabama they give you that red Corvette and a
Yeah.
bag full of money.
Yeah. But it was good when only we could do it.
There you go, pal.
That's the thing. You know what I mean? But
So my
Alabama
boy
cakewalk.
my boy Val said Alabama cakewalk. Schools want to be on the baker's shelf. The chance to upset Alabama, a booster for a recruiting class to go to that school. Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Y'all had some cakewalk schedules though. You
hey,
did.
hey, you know
Yeah.
what? I would say this.
Everybody know that.
I was telling I was telling Michael this about Alabama. He's a big time Alabama fan. Like he showed a picture of him and Bear Bryant
Uh,
when he was a kid. You know, and I told him I said listen, I don't believe in Caitlin DeBoer.
Nah, Kelly. He from what I heard, and I heard this last year, like he don't have a locker room.
Yeah.
Hey, USF should have beaten him 2 years ago. I was there.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I was there. I mean, and USF was a step lower, or two or three lower, and they played them bell to bell. They were beating them at halftime.
Yeah. Listen, I keep telling y'all. And I tell, I've been telling Justin this. I've been telling Justin this since. I've been telling Justin this since he signed. Baby Cam is coming. Baby Cam is coming.
My man Byron.
Yeah. Hey, but listen, Byron Brown is no joke.
yeah.
You know, and he's massive. Oh, hey Frank, pull up the picture real quick, Frank. Like, like he like just
Isaiah Cannon. That was the dude's name. The one from Georgia Tech. That was
okay.
showing out for Georgia Tech last year. That was the wide receiver.
Mm.
Isaiah Canyon.
You know what? That's the thing too, is that you like there's never a thing of, like, the SEC will always get kids.
Yeah.
Because they live down there. So for them,
Mm-hmm.
SEC football is God. Not going up north. Just like Miami. The U is back. Oh, make that big.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's a big kid, man.
Yeah.
He's a big kid.
What is he? An edge rusher?
No, he's their quarterback.
God damn.
That's the quarterback.
When Jaden Daniels was a senior, he finished second to him in rushing yards and touchdowns.
Hey, that's why I call him Baby Cam.
Okay.
Because that boy right there, that boy is built.
Yeah.
Oh, let me make that big.
His legs are like tree trunks.
Okay, this is the kid from USF.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I remember now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna welcome his ass to the SEC.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. We're gonna welcome his ass to the SEC too. We take him big, tall, sideways. We take them all.
Here he is.
What's going
How you
on,
doing,
fellas?
man?
What's
How you
going
doing?
on?
Justin. That's
What's
Cole
up?
Best, the starting center for Auburn.
What's going on, Cole?
How's it going? I'm
How you
doing
doing,
good.
man? How's
How you doing,
everything?
man?
It's great. It's great. We just officially wrapped up fall camp last night. Had a little day to recover today, and
Nice.
we're into planning for Baylor tomorrow.
Oh, nice. There we
Awesome.
go.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's nice
Hey,
week 0. You always get that extra week.
Okay.
hey, listen,
Awesome.
you guys gonna put belt to ass. I know that.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir.
Belt to
Yes,
ass.
sir. Hell yeah.
So now Cole, now Justin, he is a bulldog through and through.
Oh.
I am.
Oh. Ugh. I mean, you know what? I respect it. We all got our teams. We'll see all this year.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll just say 1 week at a time, baby. 1 week at a
One
time.
week at a time.
1 week at a
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So Cole, did you transfer in
I
or
did,
was
yes, sir. I spent 5 years at South Florida with 2 with my first coach, 3 with Golish, and then
okay.
transferred
Okay.
with him over here.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. Hey, listen, like, I would always say, like, like South Florida, you know, you like back in, I would say Mike, what's my boy's name to play for the Cowboys, cornerback.
Uh,
Was it Mike?
what year?
William?
he got drafted by the Cowboys. He was our first round draft pick as a cornerback.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
year?
I want to say maybe 2010, 2011. But South Florida,
Okay.
they I was telling Frank, South Florida used to pump kids out in the NFL draft back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did.
You
Like
know?
2007, they were
Yeah,
ranked number 2 in the nation.
Yeah.
They beat a
yeah.
bunch of big. I think they upset Auburn that year. That was the year that they upset Auburn. They
Yeah.
upset Florida State. They upset Auburn, and then like they were number 2 in the nation. Yeah, they had that was with uh, Quentin Flowers, I
Yeah.
believe, was the quarterback.
And, and who was the quarterback that turned to a running back that played for the Colts?
Oh, are you talking about not
He
not
he he
not
got
not growthy?
no. He was there. He got there right before Jonathan Taylor got there. He was there playing running back for the Colts because he was a quarterback, but they
Right.
switched him to running back.
That was I think that was it. That was Quentin Nelson. I'm pretty sure, or not
Mm,
Quentin Nelson, Quentin Flowers, because I
yep.
think yeah he
Mm,
popped off. They were number 2, and then he got drafted. Didn't really have much success at quarterback. And then they tried him at running back. He played for a little bit there, and I think he lasted like maybe 3 or 4 years in the league, and then
yeah,
just kind of hung him up. But yeah, I think I'm like 90% sure that was him, Quentin Flowers.
yeah. Because I remember when they changed it when he changed the position, and I
Yeah.
go
Right.
and I go damn this because he was built like a running back.
Right, he was, and that's all he did at South Florida was run the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, like he just ran the crap out of the ball, and no one could tackle him.
Yeah.
I mean,
And so you
he was
got
crazy.
the guys that you don't know about Cole. To me, Cole, you don't want to have him as your kid. You know, it's the best compliment you can give someone where, regardless of what happens this year, how the season goes is last year, he's going to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes,
know what I
sir.
mean? And that's
Hmm.
the truth. He's a great kid, and to me, that's what it's all about, right? Because no matter
That's
what
it.
you do,
That's it.
even if you go to the league, right, your average time's there 5 years maybe, so you still
Yeah.
got a whole
Right,
life ahead of you to do what you got to do.
right.
You
That's
know,
it.
and to me, he's going to be successful no matter what he does. So
And,
he's a really good kid, and he's a supporter of Dogs Inc. He's a member of the
Yes,
Jersey
sir.
yeah.
Cigar Mafia.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
So
he's a great kid, man. I'm so happy to see him come over.
I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you guys for having me on.
For
yeah, of
sure,
course, Cole.
man.
Hey, listen, man. We want listen. Hopefully, when you get drafted, because the Cowboys looking for a center. I'm just saying, we're looking for a center.
That's what I'm
You
talking
know,
about.
like we got everything else. We got two guards that are studs. We
Yep.
got we Tyler Guyton. This gonna be make or break for him. We
Right.
gonna see. But we do need a center
Come
because
on.
our center is a guard that they moved
Right.
to center.
Yep.
So
They always say if you play center, you can play guard, but if you play guard, you can't necessarily play center. It's a
True.
different like not even saying it's necessarily even harder. Like on the O line, like everyone's job's hard.
yeah,
Your ass is on the chopping block every single play, and like it's like the one position that you have to be perfect at every single play, or else
Yep.
like delete your Instagram for the next couple weeks.
yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
So Cole, so when you're there making those checks
Right,
for like pre-play, and you're sitting there and you're communicating with the rest of the line, you're
right.
communicating with your guards to let them know, hey, this is the front. Like how fast are you able? Is it hard to dissect that sometimes, or is it like right away you're like, okay, like I recognize this was coming.
I would say for naturally for centers, yes, but if you know anything about Golish, you know that his tempo is unreal. Like we play
Yeah.
so fast. Like as soon as the ball's down, whether it's a pass completion, a run, like as soon as the ball's down, boom, the ball's to the umpire, the O line set, the signaler's already got the call into the quarterback. The quarterback's already told me the protection, the run play, and like
Mm-hmm.
we practice it so much and we operate so fast and we prepare so well for every game that like we already know every front we're going to get, what we're game planning into it, how we're scheming it up. So I'd say like when you're in it long enough, for me, this is year 4 in this offense. It's
Yep.
really not as difficult. You start to just get a feel for it. So, there's times you get exotic blitz packages, like some of the third down stuff, man, you have to really like our third
Mm-hmm.
down, like we're taught like slow down, like get the
Mm-hmm.
front right. Like that's the one time that perfect alignment and all that is more important than the tempo. Like third
Mhm.
down, get us right. We got to get the first. But like, man, first, second down, like it's just like an automatic rifle, like just one after another, after another, after another, after another. And you need like certain type of O lineman to be able to handle it. I mean, you got to be athletic and super conditioned to play in this
Yeah.
offense. And it's very different than the NFL. In the NFL, they're taking their sweet time. The center is, telling them a story
Yeah. Yeah.
between every
Yeah.
play. He's writing a
Yeah.
book and having coffee between every play,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
communicating. Then they snap it. They run the play clock down to 7-8 seconds. But
Right.
man, so it's so there's advantages, disadvantages to everything you do. But I'd say like as a center being thrown into this like chaos, I would kind of call it like so early. You like if you can handle this, you can handle anything. That's how I kind of feel about these tempo offenses.
And now also to tell them, being at USF and obviously now going to the SEC, which is a different thing. How helpful was it playing Florida and Alabama for you to be up against that competition, even though it was 2 games, but to get a taste of it before
Yeah.
now you're being dropped into it?
Man, I'd say it was huge. I'd say, especially beating Florida last year, like that was huge for me, to kind of just like realize that, like, man, I can do this. Like, I can go against anybody and like, compete. Cause like I'd say that Florida game was, I believe, one of my top 3 highest graded games from PFF, scouts, all that. So like having a good game against those guys, going up against their D linemen every play, their linebackers, pass blocking, run blocking, like it shows you like, okay, I'm not just like, good in the American conference or whatever conference
Mm-hmm.
you're in. Like I can compete with these guys too. Same thing when we played Miami, when we played Bama
That's
twice.
right.
Like, yeah,
Hmm.
we played Bama twice in my career. We played Florida 3 times in my career. We played Miami twice in my career. We played teams like Boise State. And then, like, early in my career, a lot of the teams in the American that are no longer there, like Cincinnati,
Yeah.
UCF. I mean, that was when they all had their best runs in a couple of years. UCF was top 25. Cincinnati was top 5. Like, when we played them my freshman or sophomore year, they were ranked number 4 in the nation.
Yeah.
Like they were having a hell of a year. So like I definitely say playing against those guys instills a lot of confidence in everybody that was a part of it.
And also to tell them how great is Coach Goal is setting a mindset to a team, right? Because that's the
Man,
big thing. Like you got to buy in. And that's why I brought a lot of you guys over to let these guys know that, hey, have faith in it and follow it because it'll work if you listen.
man, he don't mess around, and guys respect him, like flat out. Guys respect him. He don't mess around. He sets a very very clear
Yeah.
standard and an expectation from day one. And it's easy for anybody to come in and say this is what we're going to be. Think about it, that's what every coach says. Every coach says we're going to win the Natty. Every coach says we're going to win the Super Bowl. But I feel like
Mm-hmm.
there's a difference of saying that we're going to go win a lot of games versus like this is going to be the standard of not only how we play football, but like how we live our life, how we treat people around us, how we handle our business in the locker room. Like, how does the locker room look? Is it a pigsty or is it clean, organized, like guys care? So like for him, man, he sets a standard. He don't play around about it, and guys really, really respect him. Like really, really respect him.
And you know what
So
I thought was pretty cool? How he brought the band in
Yeah,
so
that's a
you
tradition
guys
he's
could
been
learn the
doing.
fight. I mean, right? I mean, that's like a such a small detail that
Yeah,
the band guy said, right? No coach has ever asked him to do that in 10 years.
which that shocked me when he said that. I couldn't believe it. I thought for sure that every SEC school, every school in general, would be doing something with their band. But man, that hyped us up. Like that was one of the most fun nights of camp because I mean that band. I mean they were killing it up there. And like when you hear it like live, you know what I'm talking about. You're at a
Right.
football game. It's
mm-hmm.
third down. You hear the band playing their war chant. Like man, like that's like what you live for. So like having those guys come in and give us like a little like teaser kind of, if you will, of like what it was going to be like. Like man, like I think we all had goosebumps, just kind of thinking like, holy crap, like this is really here in 3 weeks. Like this is going to be live. Like it's live
Yeah.
bullets. So that was one of the coolest things that I've been a part of since I've been here was getting to hear that.
So Cole, so who do you look up to as a line? Like, what lineman growing up where you were like, that's my guy? Like, I love the way he plays offensive line.
I would say, man, one guy that I thought was just a complete lunatic that I loved was Taylor Lewan for the Titans. He was their left tackle for, man, I don't know, 8 or 9 years. He's retired now. He
Yeah,
coaches. He's coaching some at some college now, but man, he was just like a complete lunatic, like shit talking, mean, just running in your face, like just a violent player. And I always loved that about him and looked up to that. Obviously, like if I'm studying center film, there's a lot of guys I watch. There's a lot of college guys I watch. There's a lot of
yeah,
NFL guys I watch, but like obviously Jason Kelsey is a great
yeah.
one. I feel like for a guy my size too, like we're around the same size, and like man, like that guy knows how to play with leverage, technique, hands. Like he didn't go did do what he did in the league because he was the biggest and the strongest and just the most badass dude out there. Like that guy was just a smart football player, and he understood his leverage and how he needed to win every play, and like just so smart when you watch him. So like if you like really break down, you could take any play of that guy's career in any game and really break it down and just look at the detail in which he plays. Like I love watching his tape because of that. He's such a detailed player.
See, I'm a little spoiled because I'm used to those early '90s Dallas Cowboy offensive line with
Yeah.
Nate Newton, Eric Williams, Larry Allen.
Oh yeah.
And everybody says, man, those that Cowboy offensive line, they would just go up and they would just maul you,
Yeah.
you know, and and the thing too was it was like John Madden was really the first one to really give them their flowers. Like that's why I love
Right.
Madden because Madden would go, man, this guy is just so nasty. This guy right here is just so, you know, like like it made you watch the offensive lineman.
Right.
You
I
know,
agree.
like
Yeah.
How do you how comfortable do you feel knowing that you have Byron back there, that you've worked together
yeah,
with him for a couple of years?
yeah,
It gives you a little bit of comfortability. That's
yeah.
one thing. And two, how hard is it to block for a quarterback that's going to run a lot too? I mean, that's got to be a different mentality as well. You have to be
Ba-
prepared for that.
Man,
baby
it's
Cam,
yeah, I
baby
think
Cam right there.
no matter what the play is, whether it's a design Byram run, whether he's passing it, whether we're running it, like you take it with the same amount of pride every play. That that guy's our franchise. Like nobody touches him. We don't let that guy get hit. So it's you take every play like that in terms of comfortableness. Like comfortable is an understatement for how I feel having Byron behind me, man. I'm just like quite honestly, I'm just excited to see the guy play. I'm
Yeah,
just excited to watch him just cut loose and not watch him in an orange jersey letting up before a hit every single play. Like I'm ready to go see him run through somebody's face because that's what he does, or jump over somebody, or
yeah,
run around him. Like he
yeah,
like there's just I'm just excited to go see him play. And the best thing ever is like shoot when we might have like a busted coverage, nothing open downfield. Sometimes he'll just take the ball and go score it himself. And like as an O lineman, you get to get off the field,
yeah.
8 plays earlier, so you're happy.
Right.
So everybody's happy. So I'm just excited to see him cut it loose.
I love that kid. Like
Yeah, he's a good
Frank,
dude.
Frank will tell you, Frank. I go Frank. That kid is special,
Yeah.
and when I found out that coach took the job at Auburn, I said and I text Frank. I go, hey Frank, is baby Cam coming with him?
Baby Cam.
Yeah, listen, that's how baby Cam right there. And listen, like he should go and text Cam and see if he can wear that number two.
I know him and Cam. I know they chop it up. Cam was at our spring game, and I
Yeah,
saw him and Byron were talking for a while. So I'm sure they talk. That I know they got a good
yeah.
relationship.
Yo,
So
what's up,
yeah,
Frank? Yeah,
yeah. It
so
was kind of funny when I saw him and Cam talking before the game. I'm like, oh god, like he's just taking a Lamborghini and putting spinners on it. Like
yeah,
he's like he's about to turn this kid into like Iron Man. with a little bit of inside. Like, oh yeah,
Now how big is Cam in person?
he's man, he's a
Huge.
big guy, but like compared to Byram, like I don't know if you've
Yeah.
seen Byram lately. Like Byram is swole. Like when I saw him and Byram standing next to each other, it was like holy cow. But no, Cam's a big dude. Like he's way taller than me, that's for sure. Like
Yeah.
I was like, what's up?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
no, he's a big dude.
so now, so like, of course, you go to the SEC, and of course, like the stadium is bigger. Like this, like it's just a different atmosphere being in the SEC, and like the facilities are better. Not
Right,
not against UCF, but
right.
like, you know, but like you see the investment in that football program when you're dealing with an SEC school.
100%. 100%. Like
You
it's
know?
yeah. I mean, I kind of when I transferred here, it was like what I was expecting. I knew I was gonna walk into something like crazy in terms of facilities, but man, like I before like I committed, it was kind of all like I was in the portal, kind of kept everything on the down low. I flew up, came and like did like an unofficial official visit, and
Yeah,
man, like it was like every time I turned a corner in that building, there was just like more stuff like I couldn't believe. I was like, holy cow! Like they have everything from athletic medicine to nutrition to like you name it, like literally there's nothing you couldn't list off or name off that like they don't have for us. So it's like
yeah.
man, like yeah, that
Kind of
was
like
a
a
no-brainer.
football mall there.
Yeah,
A
it
football
is. Yeah,
mall,
it's
but
literally
yeah,
like a football mall. Like
yeah,
it's literally what it is.
$96 million facility just for football is crazy in there.
Yeah.
that is
So,
crazy.
so the
That is.
basketball team don't get to use that.
Nah. But they got I've actually never been over in their complex or whatever, but I'm sure it's nice. I've heard it's nice. And they don't have to make it nearly as big because they got
Yeah,
what, 15 guys versus
Yeah,
130. So I mean, it was the same way at South Florida. Like our basketball team had really, really nice stuff, but they could do it like they just build it into the stadium or the
yeah,
dome. Where football, it's like you got to have like a stadium, then you got to have a separate ops center, then you got to have a
yeah.
separate indoor. Like it's a lot more space and square footage needed to efficiently support a college program.
So did you see Tequila Spikes down there?
I did, yeah. I've seen him twice now. He came. I mean, he was at a spring practice, and then I believe he was at A-Day too, at the spring game.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
that guy's a different cat. Like that guy's insane. He's a psycho, like in the best way possible. He's a psycho.
Dude, his neck. That's
Yeah,
one thing about
yeah.
Tequila
His
Spikes.
neck is crazy.
His neck is crazy.
Yeah,
that's a dude I want
yeah.
with me in a bar fight. That's
Uh-huh.
probably my first pick.
Yeah.
Hey, also too, what what is it like watching Atkins on defense?
Man, he's just fast as hell. It's frustrating. It's
Yeah.
frustrating. It's
Yeah.
frustrating.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy, he's just like a like road runner almost, just vroom like everywhere. He's like I love going against him. Makes us a lot better. When we do need to make contact in the A gap or climbing to the second level. I mean, we're hitting and me and him get after it, and we've grown in our relationship a lot. I think in the spring
Yeah.
it started off a little rough, but I mean, man, it's frustrating when you get like you're going outside zone, you're trying to climb to him, and I mean he's running 22 miles an hour, you know, running away from you, cutting under receivers, cutting under tight ends, and just blowing your running back up. I mean, it's frustrating. He's a
So
he's a hell of a player.
so now is when a sense no what I'm sorry, Justin, you got any questions, man? For him?
No,
I got
I'm good, man. Hey, I'm taking it all in, man. Y'all go ahead, man.
so
Y'all
like
go ahead.
yeah,
I get something, I'll jump in.
so playing center, so like when do you know to go help out that guard but get to that second level?
Man,
How do you get that feel?
it's all rule based. Like everything we do, we have rules, technique for everything. So it depends on the scheme, depends on my footwork, depends on the running back's aiming point. Like we could sit here and talk for hours about what's different than what, but that's really it. Is like every play, and it also depends where the defender is. I mean, if he's like a three tech on the
Yeah.
guard's outside shoulder, on the guard's outside shoulder, I'm going to take way different footwork than if he's like a tight shade, breathing
Mhm.
down my face. Like so Man, it's rules and technique and all that. Also, just with time playing in this offense, you start to like see things, you start to feel things, you start to anticipate things, and like what every player says is like the more you play, the more the game slows down. Like I remember my freshman year, it was like
Oh,
Oop.
he froze on us. Know what? Coach is like, oh, he's live. We see him. Yeah.
oh, there we go. I think I'm back.
Okay.
There
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
No, I was saying like like my freshman year, it just felt like I don't even know how to describe like my first practice reps. Like, oh my goodness, this is felt like everything was moving a million miles an hour and you couldn't do anything right. But it's like every year it slows down a little bit and you start to really understand like offensive line play is an art. And
hmm.
like the thing I love most about it is like you can never master it. You know, you could think of the five best offensive linemen of all time. None of them were anywhere near perfect. You know, like that's just
Hmm.
the reality of what we do. And that's what I love about it is it's like you've never arrived, if you will, or you've never like, okay, I made it. Like, nah, you could be the number one rated center, number one rated tackle, I don't care, and go get your ass kicked in a game. You know what I mean? Like the other
So,
guys getting paid too.
so speaking of, so like, who gave you hell on at nose guard or three or or at one technique? Who gave you hell? Where you're like, shit, this kid is just
You
you
talking
know
about like here at Auburn so far?
no, like playing when you played over at South Florida.
Man, it's kind of like a funny answer having played some of the teams we did. Like, it's got to be Landon Robinson from Navy, number 96, who now plays for the
Wow.
Bengals. I was actually talking to him like 3 days ago. He played, he got his first start in the Bengals preseason game last night, and I think he had like one or two sacks. He had a pass like deflection, like was tossing offensive linemen around, and I think he went in like the third or the fourth round. But yeah, he's a nose guard from Navy. I mean, that guy is he's crazy, like the nicest dude you'll ever meet off the field, but on the field he's just relentless. He's got the highest motor I've ever seen on a player in my entire life. Like that guy runs on gasoline. He's crazy. Like he never gets tired. And so I'd say in terms of and crazy thing is like I had a good game against him last year, but I like
Yeah.
never had to work harder to stop a guy's pass rush or win in the run game than did against that guy. I
So
mean, it
like
was like it was a straight 12-round dogfight.
because
Man, I
because
think
you
I saw him too. Wasn't he like number 44 or something like that?
No, I think he was
It's like
96 in Navy, and I think he's still 96 for the Bengals.
96 now.
Yeah.
I think I caught a little bit of that
hmm
preseason game, and yeah, he was out there wrecking shit.
Yeah. Yeah. If you just look
Yeah,
up the name, yeah, Landon Robinson. I mean, the Bengals are posting him all over their social media right now. I mean,
yeah.
I was scrolling through their feed, and it's like Landon Robertson, Landon Robinson, Landon Robinson. Like, I'm super happy for that dude, man. Like he has earned it.
so
He's just a good dude.
how was it versus those hogs from Alabama? Because like Alabama is gonna have those 330-pound defensive
Right.
tackles.
Yeah, in
You
my
know,
time when I played him, it was like Tim Keenan the third. He was in that mix at like three tech, starting nose guard. A couple other guys, but man, like it wasn't. I don't even know what I expected going into it, but I guess like coming out of it, it wasn't like exactly what I expected. I mean, they're obviously it's some of the most talented players that you're ever going to play against,
yeah.
and they're big as hell. And like you talk about trying to knock a hip, like they're so good at hiding their hips, and like they're just coached on a different level. And like man, it was a challenge. I can't lie, but it was fun. It was a ton of
You
fun.
know, like two what's his name? Matt Tatel tells a story about the national championship game when Notre Dame played Alabama, and he
Right.
said that Alabama came out first, but they walked past Notre Dame, and
hmm
they were sitting there, and they said the defensive linemen had their shirts up, their guts, their big guts was over their pants, and they're sitting there, whoop 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 whoop, throwing up the fours, walking through there, and Matt Tatea is sitting there, and he looked back, and he said the whole team was quiet. He said the whole Notre Dame team was sitting there just quiet, just like, what are we about to play?
Yeah, yeah, it's different for sure. I mean, you're playing against like the top guys in the country.
Top guy, yeah,
It's a different approach,
yeah. It's like you guys gonna bust Bama's ass this year.
man. 1 week at a time, but I am most excited for that week. I
Oh,
can't wait. I every time I think about it, I'm like, man, just week one,
listen,
focus on week one. But
it
I'm
is.
I'm
You know
so
what?
excited.
It is. There's certain games that hit different.
Right,
You know, like like Georgia, Alabama. You guys, Alabama.
right,
You know, like you know, like Florida, Georgia.
right,
Certain rivalries in the SEC are just like they're just different. And unless you there and you root for those teams, you don't understand it.
absolutely.
Because that
So do you
that
have do you have like a mantra for yourself, like something that you tell yourself before you go into the game, like when you coming
mhm,
out of the tunnel,
Hmm.
just like something mentally, like in your mind that you say before you go out there to yourself, like what's your mental
Hmm.
preparation look like before you go into that tunnel and before you take the field?
Man, I'd say in terms of like a phrase or a mantra, not really. The way I've always kind of looked at it is like the mental readiness and talking to yourself part, like that's kind of all done through the week, the Monday
Okay.
to Friday. And I'd say Saturday for me, like Saturday morning when you're at the hotel, whether it's home or away, like you have that same kind of schedule, breakfast into a stretch, into a walkthrough, into a quick meeting. And then like if it's a 7 o'clock game at night, like you'll have a couple hours to chill in your room. Like I'm very process driven where like no matter what time we're playing, where we're playing, I have like a checklist of things that I need to do that day. And it's nothing too crazy. It's just like structure. And I'd say like by the time I get in the stadium, like all that's gone. Like the preparation, the like that's over with. If you're not ready up to that point, like you've already lost. That's like how
Right.
I felt about it. It's like I've always had a thing like when I walk in the stadium, my phone goes on airplane mode. The second we get off the bus, I'm not texting anybody. I'm not scrolling any social media. I'm not like nothing. It's my AirPods in, my music going, and for like that 2 hours leading up to the game, it's just like my music going, just kind of, just kind of like just being with myself, getting ready.
Okay.
Talking a little bit with the guys, and like,
mhm,
man, I'd say kind of like the approach when you run out the locker room is like, man, for me, I've always kind of gone like numb. You know what I mean? Like you kind of
Okay.
just like
mm,
kind of like let's go. Like this is
Go
it. It's
time.
here, right? Ain't no time to
Yeah.
worry about or second guess. Like man, like it's over. The preparation's done. Anything that you think you want to do now, you should have already done. So like that's it for me. I feel like once you leave the hotel on Saturday to drive from the hotel to the stadium, like that's when it's on. Like because there ain't no more time to prepare or second
mhm,
guess. Like you get to the stadium and it's go 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 go. It's
Hmm.
tape, treatment, get dressed, all that, warm ups, get your stuff on, pregame warm up, like all that. And then, like, come back in the locker room. You have a quick 5-10 minute meeting with your position coach over personnel, what they saw. You go over the first drive coming out. And then, man, you run out there and it's time for kickoff. And that's it. Like, it is time to roll. No do overs. So
so
that's kind
like
of always like the approach that I've taken to it.
so
Okay.
going over so like when you got those, because like they say every coach has 15 plays scripted, where you
Around that.
guys
Yeah.
kind of know, all right, these are the first plays that we're running,
Right.
but then after that, like after those fit, do you need those plays to kind of get yourself into the game to kind of say, okay, this like this guy's playing, he's playing this way today, he's more of a bull rush guy, he's more of a speed rush guy, you
I
know.
think, for the scripted 15 plays, you definitely like you're running through it in your head, you're imagining it, you're kind of thinking of all the different pictures and the looks you could get, and you're like, okay, if we come out and we get a first down right off rip, we're going to this. But if we get to third and short, we're going to this. Like it helps you prepare, kind of like, man, like thinking about like, getting your mind kind of in that space to anticipate what's coming. In terms of like feeling guys out in a game, I mean, we do so much film study and breakdown, and like you already know what you're getting from a dude. But I mean, yeah, sure, there's times where a guy might be, I'd say it's usually not necessarily a player doing something different, it's a scheme thing differently. So
Mm,
like the
Hmm.
defensive coordinator might change something up, and you're like, okay, like that ain't what we really that ain't what we really planned for this week. And then you get to the sideline, and I mean, the offensive line coach is talking to the coordinator, who's talking to the head coach, who's like, there's all this communication, and like, there's been games I've gone into where you've practiced a whole week for something, and you come out and they're doing the complete opposite. And so you got to go with your day one rules, your instincts, your gut, get through that drive, and when you come off, you basically do a whole new install on the sideline in 5 minutes or less.
Wow.
And so the coach could come up and say, okay, this play, this play, this play, this play, we're throwing them out. They're done. They're garbage. And he goes, but this, we're throwing this in. And then on this play, we're changing the rule where we're going to ID it this way. And we always want to run it away from the rush or to the rush, like all this crazy crap. And you got to be ready to
So just
take
to
it,
snap.
analyze it, and yes, and like and go. Like you gotta, and they do a good job simulating that, like in spring ball and fall camp. Like every day,
Mm-hmm.
it's never the same install. They're throwing new stuff at you. They're throwing new pictures at you. They're making it chaotic on purpose so that when you
Mhm.
get to a situation where, say, you're playing Alabama or you're playing Georgia, and you might have to switch up half your install right then and there, like, man, you don't have time to go to the locker room and walk through it. Like as soon as
Yeah.
that ball goes dead, as soon as Georgia's defense comes back out, like, man, you got to go snap it. You got to go
Yeah,
play.
So
always got to
So
like,
be ready.
because like pretty much like, the center is always the leader of that offensive line, making sure everybody is in line, making sure everybody's doing what they gotta do, making sure your other guys are their head is straight. So like how do you go, and because you have to have relationships with every single lineman differently,
for
so you
sure.
you can go up and pull them to the side and say, hey, like, I see what's going on, just relax, don't worry about that. This next series we're gonna fucking kick their ass and drive them 5 yards down the field.
Right. Yeah, I'd say I think you pretty much hit it on the head. Like you got to have relationships with all the guys. Your guys got to trust you. I mean, if I can sit up there and say what I want all day, but if they don't
Yeah.
respect me or see me as a leader, like it's all for it doesn't mean anything. You just look like an idiot. But man, I'd say like yeah, like there's a lot of that I have to do. But crap, I'd be lying if I said there wasn't times my guys had to pull me out of a hole and get my head out
Mm-hmm.
of a bad spot. You know what I mean? And lift me
Hmm.
up. So I feel like we've gotten to it. We got a really good room. We're all close, and we've gotten to a point where, man, like we all feed off each other's energy. And like, if Cole Skinner, for example, our right guard, like if he's down, it's like, dude, we don't got time for that shit. Like, get up, we got to go.
Hmm.
If I had a bad play, I'm in my feelings. Like, it could be our tackle Stanton. He'd be like, dude, like, come on, we need you, and like, kind of like snap back into it. And I feel like we do a good
Right.
job of that.
you know like, because the one thing too was, hey, I'm Frank, I'm not picking on your boys, Frank. I'm not picking on your boys. But there was a lineman for the Giants, opening drive of the game. He committed three, I think, was it 3 or 4 penalties in a row?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Categories. Like, he went up, he caught a holding, a personal foul,
A false
another
start.
yeah, a full start. And the team just they just couldn't get him to calm down. And we're like, yo, like don't worry about his opening drive, just and they had to bench him because they he's just, he's all over the place. Like,
Yeah,
how do you handle a guy, that he goes up and he makes, you know he may go give up a sack, on a big third down, and like he goes to the sideline like, hey, don't worry about that, it's like, because the hardest thing for a lineman is, you guys can be perfect for 98% of the time
the one play.
in that one play.
Yeah,
You know, it's like I kicked his ass for 72 plays. He
right,
got one sack,
right.
and I'm the bad guy. I'm the worst player in the world.
I think a lot of it that's just what comes with playing O line. It's never been the glamorous position. It never will be. I think to your point, like in a game, you give up a sack, you MA, which is like missed assignment. It's like you
Yep.
block the wrong dude, whatever. Like
Uh
in a
huh.
game, you don't really have time to sit there and rip someone's ass. You know what I mean? In the game, it's like it's just got to be next play mentality, and that's just what it's got to
Mm-hmm.
be. And then
Hmm.
if a guy's having repeated bad performances, whatever it might be, like that's something that after the game in between weeks, maybe you make a change to the rep plan. Maybe I don't know. That's really like the coach's decision, but like all that logistic kind of like ass ripping stuff, that's all for between the games, in the game. I mean, you don't have time for it. You got to go.
And I think
But
sometimes too, just from the outside looking in, I mean, a lot of people look at, looking through that window, the bench is necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
mm-mm.
Sometimes it's what's needed because sometimes that lights that fire. It brings in that calmness that player needed at that moment in time. Sometimes they needed to see what's going on. And let me take a step back. Let me watch what everybody else is doing and get back out there. Sometimes that step back happens. You know what I mean? And they come
100%.
out and they have their best game ever. So, it's just that, from a spectator side, everybody's, oh, he got benched. Oh, he got benched, this, that, and the other. No, it's not necessarily, that all the time. And then
Right.
like Madden used to say back in the days, 11 men do their job, the play goes right. So it's a team sport.
Right.
It's all got to be, congruent. It's all got to be parallel.
The
Yeah.
Coles fan club just came up in
Yeah.
here, man.
I said, he said,
All the
Cole, I think I saw you at Sky Bar. I was like, oh no, that wasn't me. There's no way. That was not
the Tigers are
But
popping up in here, man.
I
me.
just want to thank Cole for jumping on because I know he's got to get ready to do his shit and get ready. School's back and
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
else. And I just want to
Yeah.
thank him for giving us a couple of minutes for being on here because we can talk this
Absolutely,
shit
man.
all night long.
yeah,
And I really appreciate you coming in. And I'll be
Absolutely.
there for Florida.
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Sounds good. Look forward to
Absolutely,
seeing
man.
you.
All right, brother.
All right, fellas. Appreciate you having me on. It was a
Absolutely,
All right,
man.
pleasure.
take care.
Appreciate
Take
you,
Yes,
man.
care.
sir. Yeah, y'all take it easy. Talk soon.
You
All
All
too.
right, take care.
right, see you.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Yeah, he's a good. I love that kid, man.
he's a great kid, man.
He's
He's
such
a
a good
real,
kid, and I can see him getting up, walking around. He's like getting antsy. I kind of want him to get because he's got to get some rest. He's got classes
yeah,
tomorrow and shit. Because
yeah,
we can talk to him. We can any kid we
yeah,
get on here playing. We can talk to him for fucking ever.
yeah. Uh-huh,
I'm just glad he jumped in, and then we'll always get him another time. So
uh-huh. Yeah. You know,
Yeah. L
it's
gonna
what
hate he missed that one.
yeah. Yeah. You know gonna be mad? I text L.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. L Boogie gonna be upset.
Yeah.
We gonna be like, man,
Yeah.
and
So
that's a
you a
good
giant
thing,
you a Giants fan, Frank?
Yeah, my dad was a 65-year season ticket holder.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I grew up 15 minutes away from the stadium.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I can get some. I can get some old Giants on here. I can get Leonard
Hey,
Marshall.
yeah.
I'm good friends with all of them. Keith Hamilton, the Big Hammer.
Yeah,
I'm good friends with all those guys. So we can try to get some different people on here, different perspectives.
yeah. Hey, you know what? I would say this, man. Like those, like the Cowboys, they always talk about that. They always tell that story of going to MetLife and when Emmett dislocated his shoulder, and they had to win that game to get that bye. You know? Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yep, Zach Blacker boy.
yeah. Yeah, you know, like, but it's the one thing. The only thing I would say my problem with the NFL is that these defenses can't play defense no more. Can't hit nobody no more
Who?
in the NFL.
Oh yeah, it's getting soft, man. I mean, I just
Because
hope that it don't turn into the NBA. You know what I'm
well, and
saying?
that's the thing too is like like your linebacker can't light nobody up to come over the middle.
no. No. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. We're not gonna see no more Rodney Harrisons. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know, those days are like gone, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's the training's different for one thing. Guys aren't training to get hit. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So
Mm.
the injuries that are happening are like crazy. You know what I mean? I remember back in the days, you didn't hear about people tearing ACLs and MCLs in
Yeah.
spring camp. You know what I mean? You didn't hear about these type of things going on. Now, your favorite players are getting season-ending injuries before preseason start.
Yeah.
It's just it's completely different now. Like, and I nothing to taken away from those guys, but I just think that a lot of the focus is different now. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I think the focus is different, but I also think like Shannon will always say, you need that, you need you, you need that tough that scar tissue. So this way, when the season comes along, you already beat up already. So your body's used to it. I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
these guys, their body's not used to it.
Hmm.
And that's where you get all of these soft tissue injuries. Because back in the day, man, you go 2 days, you hitting both of those days.
We know
Yeah.
what it is too. What's crazy? The players are so much bigger and faster now. You're getting defensive linemen running
Yeah,
as fast as running backs sometimes. It's
yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah,
And the body's just not built to take a 330-pound guy tracking you down and hitting
yeah,
you all the time. I mean, the game. It's almost like basketball. You know how they say they should widen the court a little bit because these guys are so big they can't maneuver anymore. It's like what football's getting. You're getting these guys that are so big running in this area of space. The body's not built. The knees aren't built to take those hits.
but
The
you know,
shoulders aren't built to take that all the time. And it's a different game. And these kids, they're in so much better shape now than what they used to be in.
yeah, but
And
Yeah.
it's crazy.
what's interesting, Frank? Now, a defensive end now is at like 245. When
Yeah.
back when we were growing up, a defensive end was 280. A linebacker was 275.
Well, hey,
Like
But
listen,
and
Jack Lambert, one of the best linebackers ever in the 70s for the Steelers, he was a middle linebacker at 225 pounds.
wow.
yeah,
And he was a beast.
But how
that's weight
like
room.
what
That's weight
like
room.
that Steeler defense back in the day when they had Greg Lloyd, what's his name, Kevin, the white guy with the
Kevin
blonde hair,
Green.
Kevin Green. Those guys were around 265, 270, man, and good luck.
Now every offensive line averages 300 pounds. Back in the day, you
Yeah,
had one, maybe two on your line. Now
yeah,
everybody's big.
yeah,
6'6", 6'7". I mean, you're getting
yeah.
people that are like the biggest guy I could remember playing was freaking Javon Curse.
Oh,
Remember
the
that guy's
freak,
wingspan? He could put his hands on both ends of a pool table.
the freak,
Like it was
And the
crazy. The
and the
freak, man.
the weirdest shit is it seems like the quarterbacks are getting shorter.
Right?
yeah,
Well, they're running now.
yeah.
So right, the game kind of like today's NFL. You need those guys that are those thick-legged guys that can run when they have to. But like when
Mhm.
you get these Kyler Murrays and you have the Jaden Daniels, that's where they're getting hurt all the time. They're just not used to getting pounded by these people. Like,
Yeah,
remember what's his name? Luck for the
Oh,
Colts.
coach, yeah,
He
yeah,
yeah,
had
do what?
tree trunks for legs, man. People would
Yeah.
hang on him and he'd still throw passes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of quarterback you kind of need now. You need to pass first instead of running because they don't last long anymore.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
They just get the shit beat out of them.
Well, you remember what's funny? You remember the guy from Kentucky, the hefty
Oh,
left.
the hefty levy, Jared Lorenzen.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what was he like? He was at like 275, right?
Yeah, he was a big dude.
Yeah.
Running through people, man. His
I saw
highlight.
him. He actually played before I left Albany, Georgia. He was in the arena leagues and he
Really?
played. Yeah, he played down in I don't know. I don't know if the team was out of Carolina, but he played in the arena league that came down and they played against our team down in Albany that we
Mm.
had. And I saw him. That was my first time seeing him in person. And he was like even more massive then than he was. He was over 300 then.
Oh yeah,
This was in his last days.
Mm.
I was just like, yo,
In a cannon.
and he can
yeah,
sling it.
yeah. But can you imagine him on an arena field though, like that's
Yeah.
only 80 yards. You
Like
know what
nothing.
I'm saying? Yeah,
Like nothing. Yeah, Culpepper.
yeah. Culpepper, yeah.
He was
Yeah.
big too.
Culpepper,
Yeah.
Mr.
These
Little
big, thick
Hands.
guys, and you run when you have to. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's like because, like I said, and who was the other guy? I mean, the Redskins have had the worst luck with quarterbacks with Jaden Daniels, Griffin,
RG3. RG3.
RG3. Right? He got beat
Mhm.
up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have all these guys, man, and it's crazy.
I still blame that shit on the Shanahan though. I feel like they could
Yeah.
have saved
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
That was their fault.
Yeah. Because
That
Shanahan
was
didn't
bad
even like.
coaching.
But you know what? I would say this: Randy Moss saved Culpepper's ass because I want you. I remember if you guys you remember Randall Cunningham went to the Vikings at the end of his career.
Right.
And
Yeah.
he played like 2 years in Minnesota, and he was just like I would just throw the ball up to Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
He was a freak of nature too, man.
He
Oh
was.
yeah,
In his day, in his prime, I'll
He
never
didn't.
forget.
Yeah.
He punted once in a while,
yeah.
Yeah. I
and he
remember
had like
that.
a 90-something yard punt against the Giants. It was like the game was just an athlete. He was just an
Yeah.
athlete, man. He
Yeah.
was, and he had that long arm, and he'd wind it up and just throw the ball anywhere you needed. It was crazy.
Mhm.
The Colts
Him.
had a quarterback who did the same thing too.
Oh, but
Before Luck, they had a quarterback with an arm that was insane.
they had Peyton. I'm trying to think of who they had,
I'm
and
yeah,
before and before Peyton, they had what's his name, the damn coach of the Chargers.
a Harbaugh.
Uh,
Yeah,
n-
Harbaugh was there. Um,
had your boy. No, he was for the Chargers. I'm thinking.
Philip Rivers.
Yeah,
Hey, man, hey, Rivers could sling it.
Rivers could sling it. Yeah, he could.
Rivers
Do
could
you
sling it.
remember that little comeback stint he had? What was that, year before last?
Mm-hmm. Looked terrible.
Yeah, I was like, this dude was throwing 20-yard jump passes. I'm like, man, what the fuck? He
Listen,
looked like a coach out there, dog. I was like, is he gonna
That's right.
coach or he about to play?
Rivers was there too.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what you're talking about.
yeah. That's yeah.
The quarterback that I was talking about was Burt Jones.
Oh,
Back in the 70s, he had a rifle for an arm.
wow.
Burt Jones. That's the guy I couldn't think of.
Hey, like everybody's, but like I'm a Montana guy. Not Montana. I'm sorry. I'm a Marino guy. You know?
Dan Marino. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too. You know, it's hard. Like when people say, "Who's the greatest?" This guy's better than him in any sport. The times have changed. Can you imagine back in the day, Marino playing with today's rules on defense?
Oh,
The guy
forget
was
about
throwing for 4,000 yards back in the 70s. He'd throw for 10,000 yards now.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those
You
guys
know?
were doing it when you can grab a receiver, pull him, throw him. It didn't matter. There was no flag. And they were still throwing 40 touchdown passes a year. Can you imagine them playing with today's rules? Forget about it. They'd be throwing
Yeah.
touchdown passes all over the place.
Yep. You know, that's the wild thing is that these kids they'll never know about how good, because people look at Troy Aikman numbers and they go, how is Troy a Hall of Famer? Like back in those days, you didn't throw 40 times a game back then.
Well, you guys didn't have to.
No, he didn't have to.
He didn't have
He
to.
didn't have
But
to.
a lot of guys
He
did.
didn't have to.
My favorite I was a quarterback. My favorite quarterback of all time that I loved was Dan Fouts with the Chargers with Air Coryell.
Mm.
If he ever had a defense, they would have won at least 2 or 3 Super Bowls. Look at his numbers, and you get a chance. Dude, he was throwing the ball they'd lose 48-40.
Wow.
40 to 32. You know what I mean? Like he was just constantly throwing the ball all over the place.
But that and he had Kellen Winslow was his tight end, right?
Yeah, that team back then was, and they had the
Kellen Winslow. That's a name I ain't heard in a long time.
that he was a beast, man. He
Yeah.
was so good.
Yeah.
It was, oh my God, the weapons he had back then, but their defense sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they were tossing the ball. They were putting up records: 500 yards passing, 400 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns. Crazy.
And that's the thing too is like like back then like you had like Oakland was good back then like Oakland was good back then. Of course, the Cowboys was good back then. You had
Steelers.
Steelers, the Dolphins were good back then.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Yeah.
they lost to the Dolphins one year, right?
Who?
For a Super Bowl.
Dolphins
it?
won 1 Super Bowl.
No, they won 2. They had 2 undefeated seasons, right?
No, only one
Nah,
undefeated
just one.
season. 73.
Okay.
Yeah, this
Okay.
one. Yeah.
What's up, Fred?
But you know,
What's up,
What's up,
y'all?
man?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
How you doing? Yeah.
Hey man, it's never been a dull moment over here in this house.
Mhm.
You hear me?
Mhm.
What's
Yeah,
going
how's your
on?
dad doing, Fred?
Huh?
How's your dad doing?
I mean, he's doing well. He had his last day of chemo today.
Okay.
Yeah, last day of chemo, and it was only 2 days. 2 days of chemo. He only had to do 2 days of chemo, and then so
Okay.
he has his bone marrow transplant on Tuesday. So yeah, so yeah.
Prayers.
Man,
Yeah.
thank you, man. Thank you. I
You're
ain't smoking
welcome.
right now. I'm probably gonna light up a little later when all the kids go to sleep, and
Mhm.
I don't know. I'll probably light some up because I'm out here, watering the plants and stuff for my dad since he not here to do it. So he was asking me to, do it for him, and I was like, yeah, man, I'll water the grass and all that stuff for you. So
Yeah.
I get it. My dad's 89.
Wow.
And I
That's
got
God
he
bless him.
lives by himself. He's a stubborn old Italian man.
yeah,
And he don't drive, so I got to drive 45 minutes 2 to 3 times a week to take him grocery shopping, and he's stubborn as hell, set in their
Yeah.
ways, but we
Yo,
do it,
dad.
right? I mean, they
Yeah.
did it for us, so you got to
yeah,
give it
Yeah.
back, man. We
You,
become
yeah,
you
the
like
man,
parents and they become the kids.
you
yeah,
like yeah you like you sitting there you like Dad. You can't have that, Dad. You can't have that.
Oh, believe me, we
They
we
don't
come
want to hear
we
that shit.
Yeah.
They don't want
they
to
don't want to
hear it.
hear nothing.
No.
and
No.
my dad is 56. And so he is he's coming into that he's coming, when fathers get to that age where they like I don't give a fuck what I say. And
Uh-huh.
I'm
Mhm.
just gonna say it.
Mm-hmm.
He really getting into that bag right now. So he really just saying what the hell he got to say right now. He don't care.
What
Yep,
come
Yeah.
up, come out.
Yep.
Yep.
that's
Yeah,
I
for
got my
man.
sure.
dad. I got my dad with me now too. He's 69. And
How's he
he got
doing, bro?
he doing pretty good, man. He
Good.
battling dementia right now. And we
Mm,
Oh.
got some cataract surgery coming up with him and everything. And
okay.
so we just gearing up for that. But
Yeah.
overall, he doing pretty good, man. He doing pretty
God
good. Like I
bless,
said,
because
stubborn as hell.
that's the
Good.
Stubborn as
hardest thing to
hell.
deal with is dementia.
Yes,
You
Mm.
it
know, they're
is.
with you one day, they don't know who you are the next. It's such a I wouldn't wish that
Yes,
on
it
my
is.
worst enemy, man.
Yeah.
That's hard. So,
Yeah.
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 and
And
it's so sad to see, they're always such strong men going through, and you hate to see them in that situation.
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, it's a lot. Definitely.
Yeah, man. I'm praying for y'all, man, for
Yeah.
real.
For sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Hey,
Appreciate it, man.
so Fred,
What's up?
his Frank, his son is the reason why I root for them Eagles.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Say it. Go ahead. Say it one time. War Eagle.
What? Yeah, you
Go
missed it,
ahead.
man. We have the starting center up here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the start. Yeah,
I
the
think
starting
I saw
center.
that. His name was Cole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. He's
Yeah.
starting center for Auburn, man. Great kid.
I
Oh
told him it's
man,
Great.
all
that's
good. It's all good till week 8. You know, it's all good till week 8. You know, 1 week at a time.
Hey, hey,
Don't hurt. It's gonna
those
hurt.
those dogs, tigers eat dogs. Just know that.
Hey man, everybody got to come through the SEC. The SEC got to come through Georgia. We got the
Mm-hmm.
crown, baby. We got the crown.
Uh-huh.
Got to come through Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
how you think Georgia gonna look this year, Justin?
I think we're gonna look good, man. I
Yeah.
really do. I think, like I said, we got a bit of an easier schedule,
Mm-hmm.
as we were discussing earlier. And I think that, we got a chance we brought back all of our key players, um, with the exception of a couple of DBs,
Mm-hmm.
which we were kind of sliding that area anyway. So, hopefully with what we got, those guys were able to coach up well. I haven't really seen too much in the secondary, but the linebacking core was in the offensive line were my two main concerns, and they beefed up in those areas. So I think
Right.
that right there is going to be big. Definitely that offensive line, because Gunner was already slanging it last year,
Mm-hmm.
and giving him more time, he gonna be deadly. You know what I mean? He can run it, but he ran a little bit more last year than I wanted him to.
Okay.
And, having the tight ends, being able to get involved with him having that time this year and
Mm-hmm.
them being able to get down the field, that's going to give us a little bit more of a extra set of weapons, that we didn't have last year. And I think that's gonna show a different look for Georgia this year.
Okay.
So I'm definitely looking, for us to be back in the SEC championship game. It's kind of hard with this playoff shit, man, because the way they spending this money, I don't really know what's going on. But we're going deep in the playoff. I know
All
that for
right.
sure. We're gonna be deep in that
Now,
playoff.
now here's the question. Now, when do
Mm,
you think? Because I think the perfect number is 16.
mm,
I think the perfect number is 16 teams. 24 teams would be too much because those last teams don't have a chance against
mm.
any of these big schools. I think 16 is the perfect number because if you think about it, Notre Dame would have got in if there was 16 teams, and South Carolina would have got in if there was 16 teams. And I
I
think
think
those two teams would have competed against anybody
I kind of like where it's at now,
at
because
12.
I really don't think there was a reason, because there was not a justification for Notre Dame to get in. And I think, man, you kind of talked about that last year because they lost to y'all. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that was a toss up, those slots, that slot between y'all and them going into that playoff. Now, when you look at that and then you look at the showing that y'all put up in the playoff, going all the way to the championship game, I think that pretty much spoke for itself. Whether or not they were supposed to be there. And I think that all of the Notre Dame fans were kind of resting their hat on what happened the year before. But, it's kind of a what have you done for me lately type thing.
I
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I go ahead.
Go ahead, Frank.
No, I was gonna say, every time you add teams in, it waters it down,
Mm-hmm.
and you can have 100 teams, and someone's still gonna cry that they should have made it.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
no matter what you do, someone's always gonna cry,
Right.
right? It's always gonna have that problem. And then what happens is you let more teams in, and then you might get one of those teams that shouldn't have been there, and
Uh
then
huh.
like say Georgia's sick, and one of your key guy gets hurt in this stupid game, and this team that shouldn't even have been there. You know what I mean? Like, just leave it like they're doing it now with basketball, right? They just spread the whole thing out. Just let everybody play in the freaking tournament then. What the hell? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Right.
Right.
Earn it. Win your division
Yeah.
and do it. It's simple. Like,
Yeah.
there's no participation trophies. No reason you got to be
Yeah.
in there. Just
Cause,
go, because
cause
someone's
Tulane.
always going to be left out.
Yeah.
Always.
Cause Tulane shouldn't have been there at all.
Hey,
No, and it showed.
I got a
It
question.
showed.
The quarterback for Auburn, big guy. He remind me of
Baby
Cam.
Cam. Baby
Yeah,
Cam.
baby Cam. What is he not? He's 100%, isn't he?
Oh yeah. Yep.
But he gonna can it how does he have like a Joe Milton arm? Does he have a Cam Newton arm? I haven't seen the kid play. I just seen pictures of this dude and I said, God damn, the boy is huge, man.
He's
The boy is
he's a big
huge.
kid.
The boy is huge.
You
What is he?
just said you
What he
said
like?
what is it? This week? When y'all playing it? This week? Next week? Saturday?
They're
Oh,
they play their first game September 5th.
September 5th. Okay. So
It's the
next
only
week.
game there. Yeah, it's Baylor.
Okay.
They're playing it at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta.
Mm,
wow.
okay.
Yeah, you might have to drive up, Jess.
I ain't getting in that traffic. That's gonna be crazy. Hey, I just had enough of that shit with FIFA. FIFA was crazy.
Oh, I believe it.
FIFA was crazy, bro. Like it was crazy. Fun, but crazy. Like the events, like they had like free concerts and everything. They did
Mm.
a whole like they built a whole park for the shit downtown at the Centennial Yards and everything. Like it was awesome. You know what I mean? What they did, but shoulder to shoulder, oh man, it was crazy. And you had people from everywhere, everywhere. You know what I mean? So it was wild. It was wild.
Hey, Bryce is Bryce, he's wider than Cam. He's shorter than Cam, but he's wider than Cam.
For real?
He's 6'4", 245.
Good
Okay.
God.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That's a big dude, man.
Yeah.
he is a big boy. He's
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's
his
up, P. Henry?
thighs are huge.
Golly. I mean, he's not taller than me, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
with me being 6'9" and everything, it's
Uh-huh,
you know,
uh-huh, uh-huh,
you
uh-huh.
know, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah.
Wait, I got a question for y'all. So, if your high school like if your high school said, hey man, listen, I want y'all to come back and play in this alumni game. We'll pay you full pads. Y'all gonna do it?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I'm 62 years old.
Hey,
No.
Hey, Frank. So they got these guys at Compton University,
uh,
63 years old, playing
yeah,
football.
yeah, that's yeah. Oh, buddy, yeah, we did a story on old buddy too.
He was like six. He was 63, but he
Yeah,
was he was in great he was in great shape for 63,
yeah. Man,
playing defensive line.
it's a guy right now. It's a guy right now. I think if I'm not mistaken, he's 60, like 66. I think he playing. What's that? That 37U football.
Oh no,
Yeah,
37 is the worst. That
yeah,
that, that is Frank. I'm
yeah.
saying that right there is the worst.
Yeah,
Like they
defensive tackle, man. Man,
like
listen,
they like
it's bro.
they
That is
Nah, I'm gonna
so
they
let them
funny.
have that shit there.
I watched
they,
those videos, bro. Man, them
they
dudes be going
helmets be
all
on.
out, knowing they got
They
work
helmets be
tomorrow.
on.
Yeah,
And then, hey,
and
and
no
then like
Exactly.
insurance.
you playing in shorts with no and the uniforms don't match.
The helmets, bro, they look like
Yeah.
those little league players, man. The ones that this their first year playing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Coach didn't have enough equipment for the young man, but he had to give him something. That's exactly what it looked like.
you got to stuff the helmet with a rag so it
Yeah,
fits.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man. Hey,
That
but
37U boy.
hey, I'm about to tell you this, man. But Frank, all his sons are big. I met his oldest son. I'm like yeah, and they all play for Don Bosco up here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my oldest played in their two national championship teams.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
So
at that point, your son need to give you the ring.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're lucky. I won a state championship in high school. My youngest won 2 of them, and my oldest won 3 state championships and 2 national championships.
There
So
we go.
who was his quarterback
Who?
for your oldest son?
Gary Nova,
Okay.
who played at Rutgers, and this other kid, Mike Yankovic. He didn't do it. He went to Georgetown, played defensive back.
Now Don
Because
Bosco, that's a high school.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
Okay.
in Jersey.
they
Yeah,
they play
they have
they
7
got
D1
national.
kids on their team this year. Their defensive end just committed to Notre Dame.
Okay. What division is that?
It's a
Uh,
parochial school. It's a Catholic
Okay.
school. I don't know. We call it parochial A division. I don't know. I
yeah.
know the other states have 1, 2, 3, and that we just go parochial in public.
Okay.
So they play. They're probably that thing when they go to California to play.
Yeah.
Where half their schedule is like playing against those 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 big Catholic schools.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that
like my
explains
son,
why y'all ain't coming down here getting y'all head knocked in.
my
I know you
Uh,
said it's the championships. I was like, wait a minute, now, I ain't hearing none of that. I ain't been seeing y'all coming down here playing nobody.
my son,
You
when
said
my
that you
son's
got playing like St. Pius X and St. Thomas Aquinas and people like that. So I know you're
Don
talking
Bosco
about.
beat them twice.
Yeah,
My
I
son's
got
senior year, they beat 4 teams in the top 10 in the country.
yeah.
hey, and the Soto Heights will get that ass whooped too, Fred. Just know that.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah, you heard what I said.
Hey, listen, bro. Let me tell you something. We eat, sleep, breathe nothing but football out here.
Mm-hmm.
You
Don
understand?
Yeah.
Bosco challenge they put out an offer to play 3 teams from Texas, and they're not allowed to travel out of the state. Back then they weren't, because we'd always travel out, but you have to come to us, and
Ah,
they
okay.
wouldn't do it. So we didn't go down. We wouldn't play them because it's not fair. You know, it's tough to go to another state and try to play and win. Believe me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Because
yeah.
of those
Like,
those
remember De La Salle? De La Salle won like
Yeah,
a
Della Sal.
hundred
I remember
games in
Della
a row.
Sal.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
My son's team broke their record and beat them.
Oh my bad, y'all. This wind is blowing. Finally got some wind. It's been 113 degrees today. Now we get some wind.
reps. Oh, so where is De La Salle at? That's out in California.
Yeah.
So like, how's that? How do you guys get the travel money to? Is it sponsored by the league or?
No, ESPN, it depends on where it is. They'll get money, then the school raises money, like they'll do it. I mean, we
Yeah.
have we have like 10 ex NFL guys that will donate money back that played at the high school and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris Sims played there, right?
Yeah.
Chris Sims went
And
there.
Grant, the running back from the Packers, Grant played there.
Hold up, Grant was the big. He's the. Oh man, why that name sound so familiar? He won number 25, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have
Brian
they have
Grant.
they have they had a kicker who played for like 7 years in the NFL. They have 2 kids that play with the Jets now. One kid's been there for about 8 years now. He's a long snapper. They got an
Mm-hmm.
offensive lineman with the Jets there now.
Did
That what's his name?
Jabril Peppers went there too, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then what's his face?
J- Jabril Peppers, man, he could have been. Well, he had a good career, Jabril Peppers.
Yeah. And then he
You
got
know.
caught with coke and stuff, and he had
Yeah.
problems,
Yeah.
and
Well, you know what the problem was? He kept coming home, and
yeah,
also he was right there up in because you gotta remember like he played for the Giants, so he was home.
they threw him out of my son's school. He played there 1 year, and they threw him out.
Really?
Yeah, because the kid was a prima donna.
Yeah.
You know, give me this, give me that. I want to do this, I want to do that. And they're like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. Cause I remember at Michigan, he was playing offense and defense at Michigan.
Yeah.
Man,
My
So what
son's
y'all
my
what,
son's offensive coordinator in high school is now the head defensive coordinator for the Jaguars,
mm,
Anthony Campanile.
okay.
so
Oh,
what
you
y'all
went.
thinking for the record this year?
I got Auburn at 9-3 and sneaking in. You know, the 11th seed for the playoff.
Wait,
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
honestly, like the only
what's the
games you
question?
guys, the only games you guys might lose 2 games if you're lucky this year, because that schedule's pretty light.
Yeah, unless we have like I really honestly, man, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I got us going undefeated this year, honestly.
Nah, you know what the problem is? You got Alabama, then you got Auburn. You got two tough ones back to back.
I don't see Alabama being. I think the last of the saving bunch is out of there. I don't really have the faith in the boys coaching. I didn't have the
Yeah,
faith in them when we beat them last year. Now they gonna want some get back for the title game, of course. You know what I mean? But I got us going undefeated. I think the old Miss game is gonna be uh uh a
yeah.
good one. That's
Hey,
gonna be
that
a
that,
good one.
that kid Trinidad, and that running back,
Yeah. Trinidad
that running back
Champions
is nice.
is a beast. I think he's gonna have a great year this year. And I think
Mm-hmm.
he gonna this year. But I got us going undefeated this year.
Mm. That I, that's a tough ask in the SEC.
I do, but I do. I think we can show if we can stay healthy. I really with the changes that we made, I got us going undefeated this year in the regular season.
You said the
Yeah.
Cowboys going undefeated, Justin?
No, I
Hey,
don't even no.
I can see that happening. That
I
all
think
said,
what y'all need to worry about is the same thing I said last year and the year before that. Y'all need to keep Dak healthy somehow.
Okay,
he
Cause I
will.
done seen y'all do all this defensive shit, but y'all still ain't did nothing on the offensive line that made sense.
man. Don't get me started,
I
man.
still ain't seen y'all do nothing on the offensive line that made sense. I'm like, y'all finna come out here. This man gonna come out here hyped up, and he gonna come out here and do the same thing to these people he did last year. Now, I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell you though, if he do it this year, y'all. Hey, it's time to think about making some changes, man. Because there's too many good quarterbacks out there that's gonna come out next year.
Yeah, you're right.
no, but we promised that we got 2 more years left of that contract. And that contract is a killer.
Yeah, it
I
is.
gave I gave I gave him grace the year before last because
Yeah.
I felt like with the offense coordinator situation, he really had not had a chance to really settle into an offense. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? But then the injuries kept coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like I don't really know what's going on, in preparation on the comebacks from those injuries or whatever. But then I started to see the gaps in the running back game. It was just like y'all couldn't keep a running back. And it's just like, well, damn, he ain't got no help. It's all him. Every time he snapped the ball, I don't know what happened with the Pollard Zeke situation. And then it was just like y'all had a guy back there that was promising. Who came after Pollard? Who's back there now? Y'all had Dowdle. Dowdle was back there for a minute.
Yeah, Rico Dowdle.
And that fell through. And
Well,
I was
now
just like,
when now we got Williams, and Williams is the beast.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. It's like that's how it started out. Every one of them guys I just named was beasts. Zeke was a beast starting out. Pollard was a beast.
Yeah.
Dowdle was a beast. It just something just always happens though. Like
Hey,
right there.
why you gotta pick on us for? Why can't you talk about the Giants, huh?
That ain't now. I don't. The Giants are an enigma to me.
Mm.
I mean, Jackson Dart is probably the best thing they got going over there right now. They're gonna have to get the Malik Neighbor situation straightened out because he gonna need him. He is going to need him. I hope he come back. He's 100%. He's ready to go, and he's able to come out off top performing. You know what I mean? At full speed because he is going to be a key element to Jackson Dart's game this year and to their success.
I think Isaiah Likely's going to help him too.
Mm.
He is, but I don't think he's going to be that number one. I don't think he's going to be that number one though.
It'll be interesting.
Hey, listen. Only reason I watch Giant games is for Scatterboo.
That kid there, he's exciting.
Yeah, listen, he's
He
Mike
puts
All.
me in the
He's
mind
Mike.
of a Mike Allstar.
He's
Yeah,
Mike Allstar. He's a Mike Allstar 2.0, man.
yeah,
Like he's bringing back the big running back.
yeah.
And it's you know what? And I kind of blame that because did he get hurt in Philly or at MetLife when he broke his ankle?
I don't know. I don't
Because
remember.
because his foot got caught in the turf. That's why it snapped. So when he was rolling, his cleat got caught in that turf. I don't know if it was at MetLife or if it was at in Philly, but that was terrible. But at the same time, too, man, MetLife, I don't know what it is. That place is cursed
Yeah,
because injured like everybody just gets injured there, man.
Yep.
yeah.
And the,
Hey
and the,
man,
and the,
and
and the yep,
my bad, y'all. Listen, I'm finna call my pops and check on him and everything, get the kids
go
to
for it.
bed. I just wanted to come on with y'all, shoot the shit, man. I love y'all, man.
Man.
I
Hey,
appreciate it.
listen,
That's
Pleasure
what's up,
meeting
bro.
you.
Fred, we got to have Frank on to talk about Dogs Inc.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
He partners with Bobby Newman.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, man,
you
for sure.
know.
We make it happen. We gotta get Justin back on too for a smoke session, man. When you know what I'm saying, whenever you can, if possible, bro.
Yeah,
Let us
man.
know.
Yeah, because
You know.
we miss you, Justin, man.
Let's make it happen, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Let's
man.
make it
man.
happen.
You know.
Yeah, man. We gonna make it
Yeah.
happen, man. But listen, I love y'all. I'm gonna let the kids
All
call
right,
their
Fred.
grandpa,
Show, bro.
and I'm gonna
All
see
right.
y'all on the next one, man. Peace, y'all.
Nice
Yes,
meeting
Show.
you. Have a
sir.
great night.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good meeting you too.
So you going to any Giant games this year, Frank?
I don't know. I got to see. It depends. It's been so hard because whenever I get an opportunity, I always fly down to see my son and go to games there.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yep.
see.
Hey, listen. I'm going to Auburn. I'm going to an Auburn game this year. I don't know
All
which
right.
one, but I'm coming down there. I'm
Seems
be.
like seems like you would go to the Southern Miss game. That's where your son at, right?
Mm-hmm.
They play
Yeah.
Southern Miss this year, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They play. So Auburn got. We just announced. We just told the schedule. Let's see.
I think they're playing in Auburn, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
No. So my son goes to Missouri Valley.
Missouri Valley. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, man. Listen, I was telling Frank before you guys got on, man. That program is going. If he does what he has to do, he's going to be great. Bobby Lashley went there and won 3 national championships.
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and won and he was 177 pounds.
Oh
Can
yeah.
you imagine him at? I'm like, when did he ever weigh 170 pounds? You know,
Yeah, that's a
because you
big
look you
ass
look at you look
dude.
at him now. He's around 300 pounds, just all muscle.
That's that professional wrestling weight though. Once he stop wrestling, you'll see the 177 again.
Yeah. But you know what? Like I got like the wrestling room is the size of two basketball courts.
Okay.
Like like the two biggest sport is rodeo and then wrestling.
Yeah.
Like they love their rodeo there. Yeah, but we went around 3 hours, man. Frank seemed like he
Yeah,
getting a little
I
antsy.
gotta my dog scratching at the door to go out, so I gotta take my dog out.
Yeah, it's all right.
I
We'll
keep
end it
seeing
here,
him.
man. Yeah, we'll end it here, man. I want to thank everybody for watching. You know, I'm gonna try to go live more often, at least twice a month now. And we will be doing a mid-season SEC special. Hopefully, we get more people on. I spoke to Erica, so she gonna come on here and represent the Tide. She gonna so I'm gonna try to get like at least 6 or 7 people to come on here and talk about their team. Cause so Lee Jackson was supposed to be here from he was supposed to come. He was supposed to be here to talk about Texas, but he said he got caught up game plan. He has a game tomorrow, so down in Texas. So he was like him and the other coaches are game planning.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what's
yeah.
up.
All right, guys. Listen, thank you guys for watching the Big Guilty Cigar podcast. We are back. Listen, follow Frank at at Jersey Cigar Mafia. Also at the Drunken Corner. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You know what? We might have P Henley on to talk about the Tide, cause it's all about the Tide. them Tide fans. The second Caleb DeBoer loses one game, get him out of here. Fire him.
Yeah.
The
The
second
radio
they lose,
shows the radio shows are hilarious after the
oh,
losses.
Firebomb is the best.
Yeah.
Listen, the second they lose one game, get him out of here. Fire him. We don't care what we got to pay. Get rid of him.
Get him out of here. We want him gone. He's a bum.
Yeah, Paul, we don't know what's Paul. This guy gotta go. Paul, he ain't no Nick Saban. He's not no Bear Bryant. Man, get this guy up. you know, tell him to go back to Washington. He's not no SEC coach. But guys, the vibes.
Peace.
Pete, tell a friend. Tell a friend. Big Guilty Cigar Podcast. We out of here.
Nice meeting you, Justin. Have a good night.
Yeah.
You too, Frank.
Take care.
Take care.
All right.